competes any harder than Russell Westbrook for every moment he's on the floor.
Especially now with no Durant. Another three by Barnes, and this time he puts it in. Good-looking shot outside by Perry Jones in his third year out of Baylor. The other way, Barnes will drive.
Yeah, breakdown there with the transition defense by
the Oklahoma City Thunder. With 3.5 to go in the first half. Paul. No! When you got a ladder, you got to climb it. And he did. DeAndre Jordan on Barnes. Outlet to Chris. Paul has gone 2 of 4. Griffin across the lane. Oh, what a pretty play by Blake Griffin. He's got 6. He's
less than a minute to go in the first half against a team that won 56 a season ago, or 57.
This is Griffin. He's got 2 in a row.
And that's a good sign for the Clippers.
That's the way I think the organization looks at it. Griffin with an outside shot. Beautiful stroke by Blake.
Tomorrow he becomes a restricted free agent this upcoming offseason.
Collison just picked up his first foul for the Thunder. Paul to Griffin. Chris Paul has 7 assists. 4-3, Lakers are down.
Jeremy Lin that time got himself in a whole lot of trouble.
Wow. Blake Griffin running out, and he has an uncontested dunk. The Clippers don't rebound out to Griffin.
Here's DeAndre Jordan. Won't get credit for that rebound, but he should.
Griffin lets it go from 17. Average 24.1. We'll play tomorrow night in Golden State. That'll be the Warrior home opener. Chris Paul probes in the lane. Out to Griffin. Fall away from 15. So he's hit 2 in a row from the outside.
But that's baseline. If you don't open up the defender, you're not going to get by.
And if you don't think he's jacked up, that's the first real elevated dunk of the year for Kobe. But Redick answers right.
And Kobe said, that's all I want.
Kobe with 5. He's 2 for 2 from the floor. Again, Redick around the screen. This time he goes to the hole and high off the glass for a bucket. Lakers had 76 bench points. Killed him in the fourth quarter. And one. Here's Griffin from the outside. Boy, he has improved his range. When he's popping in threes
as well.
Yeah, Lakers have given up an average of 113.5 in the first 2 games. They were the second worst defense last year to Philly. Redick hits again from the outside. J.J. Redick last year averaged 15 plus ahead of the game clock. Chris Paul, bounce, Griffin, 3, got it. Blake Griffin. That is their 7th three-point, holding his own as he learns the NBA game. Chris Paul in the contest. Open again is DeAndre Jordan. Great vision by Chris Paul.
That's no vision by the Lakers defensively, though.
It's a Clipper team that has basically owned them the last couple of years. And the Lakers playing really inspired basketball, except for right there. You don't want to see a lob and a dunk, although the Clippers do it.
Able to finish at the rim.
Griffin, who can handle very well for a big fella. Barnes. 3-0.
Well, Matt Barnes very improved as drawing fouls and putting the ball on the floor. So but once he establishes that, that puts pressure on the defense to come out and challenge him.
Jerry, you think it's a good idea to cover the three-point shooters?
Houdini has returned here in Staples.
Cousins and Gay have combined for 18. Pause. Little half hook.
Very skilled right hand. That is his area.
7 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists for Collison. What a pass that was from Chris Paul to Spencer Hawes, and Spencer off the...
That one had to really take a forced shot.
Hawes, very good range. And he's now scored 13.
Established they can do something better with it.
3 to shoot. And Blake Griffin, timeout Sacramento. 64-56. And Blake Griffin powers in for that basket. He knows DeMarcus has 4, and Thompson threw it away. That's what happens when you turn the ball over against this team in the open court.
Especially if you turn it over and Chris Paul has it, good decisions are going to be made. That's the thing about Cuz. Even if you get it to him in deep, even if he misses it, the thing to remember is he is there, and he's going to be in position for the second opportunity. J.J. Redick.
That time, DeAndre rest of it. 3-on-1. Barnes, layup. And a big turnover and a big stop on the other end. Has a foul to give. Well, they scored that in a hurry.
They sure did. That was a little bit too easy.
And he's a good player. He's in the top 30 players in the league.
Griffin in, out, back in again. Well, now we're playing some basketball. 7-7 ball game.
Volume increase, but the percentage has slipped.
Barnes gets a good look at a free ball. Bingo.
And good for him.
You just see the rhythm. You just know there's a much better chance that ball's going to.
That is
Ball
open.
back to Blake.
That is open all day. And when Blake's making that shot, this Clipper team becomes 7, small forward. Good move. Beautiful.
Another good look for a three. Bingo.
And Chris, his 4th assist. And good for Reggie. Missed one from there. Was no.
It's the short corner three. Crawford to DeAndre. Picks it up.
Hang on. That's a new
The
set.
lob, the jam.
That's a
What
new
a
set.
play.
They have not run that play in the preseason or during the regular season. And look at the result.
The basketball and the lead. Ball looks and finds. Blake Griffin against Cantor. Scores over and beautiful.
You know what was great about that post-up? Blake fought for position. Finishing around the rim. He really struggled with the length of the players.
The last, but nice little controlled tap and guided home is Blake Griffin, who has 10. Gets the benefit of the shot, but it won't go.
Notice how unbalanced every time Gordon Hayward.
The lob, the jam! Ah, we're having fun. Crawford to Griffin, the extra pass to CP3. Blake Griffin.
Well, the best part about tonight so far is the way the ball out to Crawford. Got a sweet ball side to side. You got an all-star waiting over there.
Muscles it up, puts it in softly. Blake Griffin. He has 20.
This time there's
Griffin again, being fronted by Booker.
Yep.
Barnes dance to the goal. What a shot by Matt Barnes!
I thought he was going to go left-handed layup. He made the more difficult at first as a Clipper.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Barnes again to the goal, this time with the left hand. Suddenly it's a Matt Barnes show.
So Redick is off to a good start. And that's not something the Warriors see necessarily. DeAndre Jordan knocking it away. Jordan leaking out and finishing.
That pass from Curry, you might say, well, it's a turnover there, but you can, because you're right, he was very introverted. When I first interviewed him, we did a little film session, and he was reluctant to talk about himself. He was actually kind of sullen, and I'm glad to see his personality blossom.
Griffin kept that pivot foot down, and the shot clock at 5. Here's Crawford, able to get the handle and hit. Horizontal to the floor. Steal by Paul. Led the NBA in that category the last 4 years. And the 3 by Bullock. Winning jumper. Talked about Utah. They got Quinn Snyder now in his first year as an NBA head coach. Griffin able to catch and finish on the other side. His 3rd basket. How about the Clippers? Only 33 points for a team that led the NBA in scoring last year. A 3-point chance here, though, for Blake Griffin. Doc with his arms folded, too, as if to say, you guys figure it out. Paul and Jordan with the jam.
Because it gives them scoring. And I like Draymond Green, his toughness and his ability to stretch the floor with the first unit. It's a great shooting backcourt as DeAndre Jordan gets another nice feed from Chris Paul.
And the Warriors continue to harass defensively, forcing a tough shot by Redick, but he hits it off the bounce for 3.
For sources to say some Cleveland players are unhappy, okay, in articles. That's coming soon.
Crawford hits a 3, and that gets it down to 19 with 2 minutes to go.
Second round of the playoffs last year. Then upended by the conference finals.
Reddick's first touch, he scores and gets fouled.
Any way you can do it, JJ. When you're in a slump.
Ahead to Reddick. Little ball fake on Matthews, gets a layup.
Hey, JJ got the message. And I always thought if I was in a slump, I was either going to take 2 dribbles.
Paul using that screen to perfection. Wide open play looking at the elbow.
Why not? For defense, because to this point they have yet to shut down Portland. They're 8 out of 11 from the field.
Griffin.
The offense hasn't been a problem. Obviously, CP feeling it, trying to get to his spot again.
Griffin will shoot over Aldridge.
Really good rhythm and release by Blake Griffin there.
Ball club. Paul down low. Reddick wasn't really expecting that one. It's all the way is good.
A running jump shot falling away. That
Pause the rebound, and Paul brings it ahead to Crawford. He'll pull up for 3. Bingo! Lead for the first time out of the timeout from Doc Rivers. See what they come up with.
Portland's in
8
a
on the
zone.
clock. 3 ball. Bingo!
Portland in a zone.
Paul marches back into the front court, holding on to a 2-point lead. Loses Blake. The lob, the jam! Now we're having fun. Clipper lead.
And Chris Paul back in to bring it home.
Reddick, the little floater, bounce in.
What a day for Reddick.
The Clippers with Chris Paul at the controls go to work. On the move, Reddick all the way to the goal. Lay it up, lay it in.
His running, his curling, fought through it. He looks better.
He got rid of it. He gave it to his buddy DeAndre Jordan.
He looks like a different guy. And of course, as we noted in the open of the show, he's always fared very well against San Antonio. Conjunctivitis, a disease in his eyes, and it's been bothering him for a long time. Says he doesn't see really well out of one eye.
Yeah, he gets like a film over.
Forcing him in. Boy, he had a lob right there.
5 in the shot clock. Griffin gets bumped. Basket counts. Direct feed to Griffin. The double team from Ginobili.
Good pass.
They find the open man in the short corner 3. Bingo!
That is Chris Paul at his best.
Finds Reddick. JJ open 3 ball. Bingo! Sigh of relief, Clipper fans. Clippers get the ball back. That would have pushed the Spurs on top. They're kind of late getting back. Reddick for 3. Bingo! Points in the period. The Clippers lead is a scant 1. Down the lane to the cutting Jordan. The right-hand jump hook is a beauty. Great job by DeAndre Jordan.
And are they running?
Paul ahead to Griffin. Go to the hole, slam dunk.
And he felt like he was fouled. They have to be sharp here at the end.
Got to get something from Jamal Crawford. He made only 3 of 11 shots. Paul to Griffin. Oh, nice job by
release. Quick.
Regained the lead.
And Ralph, they got the memo. They got the memo about playing.
The lob, the jam.
I mean, they are pushing the ball at the Suns. And if you asked anybody,
it was strictly a popularity contest when they voted earlier on. 5 in the shot clock. Barnes for 3. Bingo!
Totally, not only orchestrated, but made that play by
lead stands of 3 for the Phoenix Suns. Paul outside to Griffin. Fires the jump shot and scores.
Well, the big difference here for the Suns this quarter is
Paul glides to his right, gives to his left to Reddick for 3. Bingo!
And Reddick, unlike most right-hand shooters, loves curling and turning over the left shoulder. I like how DJ's not only getting rebounds, but he's kicking the ball ahead.
Running to the rim and scoring.
Seen that all year. I mean, they've had a couple rim runs that ended up in fouls.
On the move, slam dunk, Blake Griffin.
I think it's only his second dunk.
CP3 loses Bledsoe. The lob. They get the jam and the foul. Quite a play by CP3. Shot clock's down to 5. Has the screen. It's down to 3. He'll turn, shoot, and score. Played 4 minutes, but played very well those 4 minutes against the Spurs the other night. Hawes tees it up for three. Bingo! Spencer Hawes knocks down his second three of the basketball game. Redick will bring it in. Comes in deep to DeAndre Jordan. Hand off to Paul. Redick, catch, shoot. Oh.
You earn open shots against these Bulls, and you've earned them.
20 loss at home.
And what he's doing is he gets to the line a lot, shooting a lot of free throws.
Griffin knocks down the no shot.
Really good action.
The truth, they get angry with you. You don't tell the truth. They say, why don't you tell the truth?
That's true.
Griffin passes it up, reconsiders. Good idea.
And he's going against the defensive player of the year. Would knock down one of those.
Chris Paul dances to his left. Griffin says, I'm hot.
Yeah, I mean, he scored 10 in a row for the Clippers. I mean, what a start.
Clippers bring it into Paul.
Good job by Heinrich trying to keep Paul on the right side.
Good look from Matt Barnes. Bingo.
You're right, Ralph. Good call. He stepped into it.
To get that kind of rhythm that just...
For Chicago, off of Clipper turnovers. There's the swarming D of Chicago.
Redick so do. Bingo.
Yeah, and good job by Chris Paul. They really sold everything going to the strong side of the floor, kicked it back against the grain. That's why Redick finds himself open himself.
Keeps that dribble alive. Griffin down low. Doc Rivers wanted a foul, didn't get it.
On Paul. Jordan blocked another one.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness. How strong is Blake Griffin to muscle that shot in?
Oklahoma. I don't know what it is about the name of that state, but it's right in Keith Jackson's wheelhouse. That's for sure.
Matt Barnes with another three. His third of the game. Trying a catch and shoot three-point situation is 47% on the year. That's outstanding. That time he went for the steal, though, and Griffin wound up with an easy dunk. The second period. Been a good first half for the Clippers. Magic, I think, can tighten some things up in the second half. Blake Griffin with another field goal. Chris Paul has it again. There's the lob for DeAndre Jordan. Griffin keeps firing the outside jumper. This one goes in. I think that's his first.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Paul Oladipo just about got a piece of it. Jamal Crawford on the opposite wing drills it for three.
He has such a...
That'll get him going a little bit. Only 3 field goals and 11 attempts for Victor tonight. Here's Crawford. That's for three.
Luke helping out on...
Again, the Magic have never led in this game. Chris Paul wheeling and dealing beautifully to Blake Griffin.
Clippers winning last night, the first game of 7 in 12 days on the road. Griffin again on the doorstep puts it in. The Miami Heat played Monday, won in Brooklyn.
Early and often when you're playing the Clippers.
Paul, little pocket pass inside. Jordan.
Case in point, see how slow that rotation was there by Sean Williams?
With you, all of us from Turner Broadcasting. Here come the Clippers once again. Third turnover by Miami. Redick finishing at the other end. In a 10-0 run right now.
Coming from the perimeter for Miami, whereas the Clippers, knowing there's not a viable shot blocker for the Heat attacking the rim.
Griffin. And then came in as a starter into camp. Chalmers did. Here's Turkoglu in the game. He hits a three. The Clippers are unconscious 71%. While Spoelstra and Riley were in Los Angeles. Oh, what a pass! But what a terrific dunk. Jordan from Paul. The first three right there. Williams 51% from three, and then at the other end, Griffin drops it hard with Paul putting it right in his hands. They got Shannon Brown in his string. Now he's doubling Paul. Off to Griffin, late close, easy two.
Got to pre-rotate or stunt harder if you're the Miami Heat.
Points. 6 have come here in the third. Paul, Griffin, over Williams.
That's much improved over the last 2 or 3 years.
Napier in a torture chamber. Griffin, Paul, Griffin, boom!
After that missed shot right there.
So that was one of the problems coming back from the knee, and they go in again with a wonderful tomahawk from DeAndre Jordan. It's Redick, an open triple. J.J. Redick hits his third three tonight, 11 points.
He's the wide open John Law on the perimeter.
And you notice the defensive switch. Conley now against Crawford, who reins one in, but you put Pondexter in this game. I don't think there's any doubt.
He was very quiet and passive in that first half. It won't be in the second.
Redick for three.
It's another guy we talked about at halftime, said the Grizzlies did a good.
Kept in play by Redick. Shot clock to 8 for Griffin. Redick forced off the arc. Doesn't matter. Randolph with 10. Griffin is wide open, and he hits. Clipper local listings. Preds a 3-2 shootout win last night over the Florida Panthers. Philip Forsberg got the winner. And Crawford hits from outside.
DeAndre Jordan keeps the ball alive now for the Clippers. Inside. Oh, Blake Griffin.
Well, that's something you normally don't see from the Clippers. They are.
Ball gets around Walker. In underneath, it goes to Jordan. That's his range.
Well, exactly.
He's awfully good at it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Steve.
Up ahead, it goes to Griffin. If he gets ahead of you, start running in the opposite. You like to shoot down there.
Yeah, I did.
Paul, no, nice. Release there to Jordan. Took it all the way to the basket. Paul with a rebound. Running with Griffin. Walker running with him in a mismatch. Crawford from the corner for three more. A couple of three.
Chris Paul had.
Southwestern Conference. Davis gets the throwback. Puts right off the glass. Glenn Davis. 6 on the shot clock for Chris Paul. Griffin inside, goes to that right, which he seldom goes to, and scores it off the glass.
Boy, he's so athletic.
4:17 left to go here in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Walker trying to check him. Redick over Henderson in the battle of Duke stars. Paul, there's that double screen out front. And they both slash down each side of the lane. Redick for three. Got it, despite Gerald Henderson's best effort. 56.
He's missed a couple of close shots like that. He's 1 of 7. Can't find the range.
Oh, there's no range there. Set the depth finder. Boards the miss. Lead is 5. Chris Paul. Griffin gets a gift out front thanks to Chris Paul. So you said 9 and 4. I said 3 and 1 on November 24. I'm not sure why we think that's such a lucky date. Here's Griffin.
You said 3 and 1?
I said 3 and 1. Here's Paul. Pergaloo, three-pointer. It's a veteran three-pointer right there. Paul. Redick. Head fake that gets him free enough to get the 2 on Brian Roberts. Crawford leans in and hits.
That's a tough shot. I mean, he goes from 0 to 60 in 1.
Jordan with a rebound. Chris Paul lobs it deep. Blake Griffin flips it up and in. Little the offense for the Clippers, and they lead 4. Starting to think about the Piston big man now. Turkoglu from the wing. Knocks it down. Hedo Turkoglu, don't forget, helped Orlando to the finals. In jump ball won by the Clippers. Crawford with plenty of time. Drains it. From behind the long line, 8 straight. Jordan, J.J. Redick, and Blake Griffin for the Clippers. Redick floats it up and in. Nice drive by J.J. Redick. They left in the first half. Clippers inside, and Griffin able to score it. And now 6 to play. They now lead by only 2. They go inside to Griffin and get a jam.
His first one of the game.
You know, the great ones have to find a way to have fun.
Yeah, they got to stay creative.
Mere mortals can't do that. There's Reddick.
JJ's been shooting the ball well, 36% on the year, but lately on this road trip, around 46%.
Ball court, but in life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Griffin.
Boy, his jump shot. Last year, he made that big jump where he could make 15, 20-foot jump shots.
Paul brings it up.
High pick and roll.
Yeah, you got to fight through all those picks. Back to Griffin again from just inside the three-point line.
He can make that. You got DeAndre going for the lob and Griffin flaring for the 15-footer.
Turkoglu to Paul. Griffin gets it back, puts it up and in. It's just impossible because Paul is so smart and so clever.
I think as an athlete, you need to have a day of rest after you compete. There's been, as Reddick lays it up, there's been several proposals to find your rhythm. Once you get out there, you just shoot it with no conscience and let it fly.
You know, you already had 3 starters out to begin with, and then your leading scorer tonight goes down.
Right.
Looks like a little bit like Houston's summer league team.
Yeah, good point.
Alley-oop.
You knew it was coming. Lob City.
It has been the standstill three-point shot, the kick out, where he has made 36% of those this year.
Wow.
Well, Cantor's going to have a hard time.
Wanted him to have to earn those shots, but that was a wide open look. Speaking of looks, there's a good one, and Dennis Cantor hits it for Utah.
But he's got to stay in contact. I mean, right now Blake's having his way. That many minutes right now, but they're going to need him. But I have a feeling he should be on restricted minutes right now, just coming back.
Yeah, he is. They were talking maybe 12 minutes total for the game as Griffin hits another mid-range jump shot. Ingles defensively, and Clippers will get into their half-court set with Chris Paul. Whips that 3. Matt Barnes, and he's got a 3.
And he's burning him right now. He's 2 of 3. Hayward's 4 of 6. He's only taken 6 shots and has 13 points.
Barnes in the corner for 3. And he's wide open, and he hits it. Back to 10 again. Griffin, that jump shot.
He is just really years. He had to attack the rim all the time because the jump shot wasn't it. Now he can pick his spots.
Reddick after the pass from Paul, after the takeaway, and stole it by Reddick. And Chris Paul into forecourt. Well, they go down deep. You let Blake Griffin get that kind of position, he'll score.
Yeah,
every time.
There is still a lot of time, but you've got to come up within 20-point lead here. But they're giving up too many layups at the rim, just like you're seeing Blake Griffin right at the rim.
Right now with his 28 points sitting on the bench. Big Baby is in there. Oz is in there. Oh, Big Baby, easy find underneath.
Chris Paul double-double now. But what a find.
Barnes. Not that good. As Paul brings the ball the other way.
I didn't say he was Marc Gasol.
Reddick for 3, or J.J. Reddick, bingo.
Well, he's a good shooter from there, too. Healthy. That's missing a lot of points, a lot of talent.
Paul back to Griffin. His ball fake in that zone made the zone move. It reacted. Amount throughout the season here on Prime Ticket and Clippers.com. CHLA. We treat kids better. Reddick again. Holy smokers.
They are doing a great job going to something that works. That's what Doc loves to do. Chris Paul also.
Ball just zipping around the court.
I love how it's zipping. And then it just ends up in pick and roll, and you're getting wide open looks. I mean, the Clippers have already made 8 3 balls in this first half.
River Barnes. Jordan another rebound. Heading for yet another double-double. Lead pass of Reddick behind the pack. And I would say that at point, that's where the Wolves are kind of checked out.
Dramatically, one team can change from one year to the next. Like who?
Oh, look at this.
Who the T-Wolves?
A total breakdown, possession after possession at the defensive end.
Clippers will get whatever they want all night long. 4 or 5 young ones together and ask them to go stop teams, and especially a good team.
Reddick for 3. Bingo! +1. He already made a 4-point play earlier. He's a chance for another one. A wraparound to Griffin. Levine had it, loses the ball. Oh! Griffin slam dunk. by DeAndre Jordan. So he saved 2 possessions. Griffin passes it up. Says, oh, I should have shot it the first time. So he did.
Was that kind of like a sheepish grin, like, do I have to? Didn't do in the final 4 minutes. It was what Golden State did do. They made shots. They made 3 balls. They came back from nowhere.
Bingo. J.J. Redick.
Well, J.J.'s been unbelievable.
Tobias Harris.
I think you'll be saying his name a lot tonight.
He's a special young player. Doc Rivers called him the best player in the league that nobody's ever heard of. Blake Griffin. Alfred Payton into the game. Fry for 3. Air ball.
For whatever reason.
Leaking out as Jordan makes the catch, lays it in.
Jerry Fry's team performance.
Griffin thought about it again.
And you know what?
What a start.
DJ had position underneath. And DJ was kind of like waving to Blake, go ahead and shoot it because I got it if you miss.
Brings the ball out to Paul. Can't you see the scoreboard from where you're sitting? Redick, a long 2 ball. Got it. 14 points for JJ. Exhibition season in 2013. We thought, wow, he's really good. Then he hardly played last year. Griffin again. The jump shot is looking fluid.
Missed it.
Jordan gets another.
And
winces a bit.
Quinn out because he was ejected after the flagrant 2.
Barnes fires and hits.
This is the start the Clippers wanted.
DJ gets his 4th of the ball game. Paul to Redick for 3. Bingo!
What a great look. And I'm telling you, the play like that happens.
Paul, the wraparound to Griffin. He'll fire. He'll score.
See how he's learning? Like in years past, he would have taken that ball and gotten rid of it earlier.
He's got that in his arsenal. Then look out, world.
What is he, 2 for 20 in his career?
Not there yet. And Redick again. You know, you look at it last year, Mike. Doc Rivers would tell me, like, we got to lead off with Jay.
Touches it, who scores, they're making a good pass to the best pass.
Inside the other way, Griffin lays it up and in.
They are clicking on all cylinders. And if you had told me a month ago that
he's just 14 of 42 coming into tonight, might pay him to shoot it. He does his damage deep inside.
The battle of the 2 best power forwards in all of basketball.
When Doc was still in Boston with an injury. 25-18 Clippers by 7.
Set play out of the timeout. It's a little bit of misdirection.
2 to shoot for Redick. He knows it. Fires up a guarded 3. Oh, yes, sir! 31-18 Clippers at the end of 1 and cause for applause. Averaging 28 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals, and shooting 63% in his last 3 games. It's his 2nd bucket, and Blake Griffin retaliates on the other side. Back and forth we go. Griffin now with 13 points.
For a quick blow.
23-9 run for the Pelicans after the Clippers led by 18.
And here's the question. When things get tight, Brian, can you still shoot it with the same freedom? Can you still move the ball?
Team USA, but everybody always talks about that fatigue issue, perhaps, with some of those guys who play with Team USA. Counted on a foul for Griffin.
Great ball fake.
Now, yikes, is the 4-point lead for the Clippers.
Yeah, it's a ball game now.
Look out below. We have liftoff with the left hand.
And we have not seen that often this year.
Races.
Look at Blake looking for people. I mean, his eyes are peeled on his teammates like a point guard.
Look out. DeAndre shoves it in with the right hand.
That was great recognition by Chris Paul, but also by DJ.
Put in a straitjacket, so he kicks it back outside.
Tough one.
Barnes in the corner for 3. 9 triples for the Clippers, and that's the 2nd for Matt Barnes.
Which is interesting for a guy that big and a guy you think is that immobile. He's terrific guarding the pick and roll.
Redick for 3. Yes, sir!
I love how Redick, when he shoots a 3, holds his follow-through. That's why I think he can play small forward at times.
Another block by DeAndre, and here come the Clippers. Left side to Griffin. Oh, my goodness! Oh, did he cover a lot of ground from takeoff to touchdown?
Tempo right into action early, so if they get stymied, they got time.
There's that outside shot from Griffin, and there's the results we've been looking for.
He's only 25 years old.
Just chased around by Holiday. Barnes in the corner, another one. How about 4 of a kind from Matt Barnes? The Timberwolves had stops in Portland, Charlotte, and Memphis. Griffin goes to work on Anderson and finger rolls it home. 2:05 to play. He's going to abuse that matchup for sure.
Morris not the better outside shooter of the Morris twins. Cherry picking.
No, and Morris has been ice cold from deep lately. He's trying to, bounce out of that slump. Finishes in transition as well as any point guard in the game.
So P.J. Tucker, who's inserted into the starting lineup to improve their defense. Bingo! J.J. Redick.
And great screen by Dion.
Ball got bummed by Tucker, didn't get a whistle. Griffin will let it fly, make the jump shot.
You just get this impression already that this will be a physical ball game to the very end.
Good player. He has 10 points, and the bench is loving it. Down low to Barnes, cut to the goal, and get the score.
And Chris had his eye on him the entire time.
Great. Ball penetrates into the paint. Kick it out to Redick. Squares up for three. Bingo.
Nice job by Redick. And of course, Chris Paul's penetration makes it happen. But JJ had to catch it. And he's already got his eye on JJ Redick.
Down low to slam dunk. He hit his eye somewhere. 51-45. Shot clock's down to 5 again. CP3 working on the big man. Griffin along, 3-ball, bingo! Blake Griffin. It's his 5th 6 for the Philadelphia 76ers and their run to the finals that year. Blake Griffin will drive and score.
They have figured out how to score in the middle this quarter on Phoenix.
Feeds his way down the lane. 5 in the shot clock. 2-ball, good. 26.
Agility.
Hawes fakes the 3, will shoot the 2. Spencer Hawes.
He's got to be able to make shots. Otherwise, they lose whatever scoring punch he gives. And the other things he's still trying to figure out how to do. Oh, my goodness. He shot the ball. It hit the top of the backboard. I think you can put in the post. J.J. Redick, terrific three-point shooter. But Solomon Hill is a guy that works very hard and can challenge some of those shots. But he's got to get down in the post with him to make J.J. Redick.
34% from behind the arc. Chris Copeland has 5 first-quarter points.
Oh, boy.
And now Redick is open.
They set a screen, and Solomon went across the top of the screen. And
with Randy Whitman. Lawrence Frank, one-time head coach with the New Jersey Nets, was also an assistant in Boston with Doc, and that's a Pacer turnover. Lob City, and Griffin throws it down.
Yeah.
And he has replaced C.J. Miles, and it's rebounded by Paul. Running ahead, Chris Paul to Griffin.
Oh, that was just because he was strong. An athlete.
Did not play what would have been his rookie year in 09-10 with a season-long injury. Was the rookie of the year the next year. And is a 4-time All-Star.
Well, he had Allen. The problem was the Clippers saw Allen, and Allen saw that the Clippers saw him and took his eye off the ball.
And DeAndre Jordan did not take
defender, and then it cleared space for you.
Here is Jordan, and that's why he leads the league in shooting at 74%.
But they picked up by your center with DeAndre Jordan. And to see Lavoy Allen come knock it down, that's big.
And Redick, another jump shot. He has 16.
Pretty efficient.
With the Clippers, Miles is back in. He had 16 first-half points. And Barnes with a great shot, but an even better pass by Paul.
Unquestionable. Underhand on both sides.
Copeland in the corner for 3. It's short. Pacers have just 5 offensive rebounds, and running is Barnes, who lays it in.
That's been the challenge of the Pacers.
We're used to winning. Last year's team, obviously the #1 seed, went to the Eastern Conference Finals. But he said everyone has to remember we're in the Eastern Conference. He said that the East is so different from the West.
For starters have scored 63 points. The Pacers starting 5-30. Off the bench, Farmar.
Did you see what Chris Paul did with the ball? He took a dribble, took another.
Crowd on its feet. 2-man game. Paul, Griffin, now to Crawford. Here's a 3. And Jamal Crawford has 16.
He's been really impressive.
And they've hit 11 of 21 from the field. Now Crawford throws it up and in. 18 for Jamal Crawford.
To release him from his deal for a first-round pick in 2015. Into the paint, Jordan, turnaround, got it. It's going to be a tough cover all night. J.J. Redick, his 9th year from Chris Paul has it with a new 24. Now Barnes for 3. Good job by Beal, but he couldn't track it down. What a pass the other way.
Yes, it was.
I thought he did a really good job at that. He wants to keep them off the offensive rebounds, limit their second shots, and make them play in the half court.
Would you say J.J. Redick is as good as anybody in the league at coming off the screen and hitting that shot? The rebound to Matt Barnes. No, this team will make a run, and they withstand it. Griffin scores inside. The first. Griffin. Clippers have scored the first 6 points out of the gate.
Been finishing their rebounding, and that's a big factor with this team because of the way they load the defense. You have to get weak side rebounds to compete. Redick hits a three again.
It's not just a matter of going out and banging guys. There's ways to play physical that you don't commit fouls and that pay off for your team.
Again, John, nothing at the rim defensively. The Bucks did not get back, and it was an easy Marys. Less than 2.5 minutes to play in the first. Why does
simple screen?
Why does the Clipper offense make you look like you're standing still?
Jim, there was a shot by Jabari just inside that area where he has struggled more than either outside or at the basket, because that is a very difficult shot when you get in that 8 to 10 foot. Again, that is what they like to do. It's what they're good at.
And of course, the Clippers have another former NBA head coach in Lawrence Frank, as Blake Griffin scores at the basket. Lawrence Frank on the staff. Something they have not done since 1991. They have 97. Redick, excellent ball movement on the fast break. 2:59 remaining. Points.
That's 3.5.
4. And the Bucks break 100 for a 9th straight game. They have not done that. Count that three-pointer. They have not done that since 91.
Now, but also as a result of winning that tap to begin the fourth and final quarter. Redick, catch, shoot on the move, drills the jump shot.
He's just playing so well, J.J. Redick. He's the one of the make a switch and not start Greg Monroe, and they've made that change.
Redick knocks it down again. Even that night, we noticed that Van Gundy was not playing.
Bench in his last game was better than he'd been all year.
And Singler stretches the floor, which is what they want him to do. A 2-ball, a 3 for 3 for J.J. Redick.
I mean, this is just like the way he's been playing. This is not, and that should have been goaltending. I honestly believe that ball was still on the rim when DJ hit it.
Redick to the baseline. He hadn't missed anything. He was 1 free throw. 5 out of 5 from the field.
21 points the other night, 13 boards, 5 assists, 5 blocks.
That's 6 turnovers for the Clippers. Barnes for 3. Bingo.
Yeah, other than the turnovers and the defense in one quarter is a ton, but it's turned into 11 freebies, 11 points for Detroit off those miscues.
Griffin will think about it, shoot it, hit it. Blake was 7 first quarter.
Speaking of Drummond and DJ.
Drummond 12 points and 5 rebounds. Jordan 11 points and 8 rebounds. Griffin line drive is good. He has 15 for athleticism at the power forward center position.
And Josh Smith is versatile like Blake. He can, bring the ball up the floor, do all that good stuff.
Ready for 2.
He might not get a 3 tonight.
Busy month of December for the Clippers. Redick, catch, shoot for 2.
Great rhythm and great release. The right amount of arc.
This ball certainly has those.
This one's in.
Wide open for Redick. Bingo.
He doesn't miss those. Those are like layups.
He's knocked down 2.
Supposed to be a shooter. That's his reputation coming from the EuroLeagues.
Paul down low to Griffin. He'll turn, shoot, and score.
Great rim run by Blake. It's his first 2 points since the first quarter.
2 hands a rebound, and here comes Chris Paul.
And he's telling his bigs to run with him.
Griffin, catch, shoot.
Wide open. Wide open. That's a shot he used to pass up, too. I mean, pro teams are going to make you pay. Indiana just went through a little sequence where they got the best of the Clippers.
Redick will catch, shoot, bingo. That'll breathe some life and energy into him.
And Doc was aware of it, too. I mean, it was.
Paul gets it back. Griffin lays it in.
So that was Clipper basketball at its best. Knee injury in the middle of it all.
Back to Griffin with a ball fake. Go to the hole, lay it in. Big time move by a big time player. Go. Paul spins around the Griffin pick, loses balance. Inside to Jordan. He scores against fouled. Now he made that. Each of the last 2 years.
David West for sure.
Paul. Griffin, he's fouled.
Got hit in the face, too. Why not give him 30?
Nuggets started 0-3 shooting and had 3 turnovers since. They have made 4 of their last 5. Griffin. And nobody there as Griffin hammers it home. 6 points for Blake Griffin.
They've been trying to get Monty to work on that, not hesitate. Make the center defensively be honest.
DeAndre Jordan hammers it home and Lob City. Jay, and taken away by Chris Paul, one of the great defensive players at the point guard position in the NBA. Well, the Nuggets miss an opportunity at their end. They are 59-33 our score. Nuggets by 16. Griffin. And Griffin. It's a 17-footer. He's got 12 points now. Rebounds. Nuggets 20 assists on 24 made buckets. Griffin. And Griffin long range. I still like what you said, Scott. That's where you want him shooting. Griffin off the mark. And the Nuggets unable to clear the defensive rebound, and they're looking over at Brian Shaw. Yeah. The Nuggets completely confused on defense.
Well, Brian Shaw in that second quarter used a couple times.
All 11 points, 7 assists. Griffin is wide open, and they just can't figure out why guys are so wide open here.
In that time, you just heard Melvin Hunt talking about defense. Thinking, oh, we did it so easy first half. Well, nothing's easy in this league.
And another layup for Barnes.
And it's a 14 straight run points to start.
Barnes rolls it home. All of a sudden, Matt Barnes has gotten loose.
He's their energy guy. Vitalized with his 23 run.
Griffin.
22-3.
Jordan had the first 4. Griffin the next 6. Nuggets are only 5 points here in the quarter. And Riddick hits. Griffin. Maybe he hasn't proved his outside shooting, Scott.
Well, he's 4 of 12.
Scoops it out. Crawford. 92-91.
Doc saying, get up and go. You're down 7, and they're walking it up.
Watch out for that guy. Jamal Crawford slithers in. Watch out for that guy.
The Clippers walking it up here. That's a little bit of what they're experiencing, Ralph. This grueling schedule right now without 2 days off between games.
Riddick for 3 more. Bingo! Len Davis.
A lot of turnovers for both teams.
Crawford for 3. Good look. Bingo. Love to have had that one with time running out last night.
But the Clipper defense is nowhere to be found. Bucks shot 57% against them last time, 54 here.
Jordan gets fouled. It'll fall. And counts.
Just don't think you can win that way. But that's what he's always been.
Griffin slammed up.
Did it start from the foul line again? They're going to try the same set again. Ball ends up in Blake's hand.
Well, there you see
3 times to Blake, 3 different results. You take the charge on the guy you're defending.
He can do this. Bingo! J.J. Redick's 4th 3-ball of the game. He has 18 points. Clippers have it. Ball to Redick for the lead. Bingo!
I mean, with any other guy, would you do that?
You get some stops. It's always a win.
Spurs were led Saturday night by Marco Bellinelli's 21. Here's J.J. Redick. Knocks down the 3. Redick. 40. Knock it back out.
All right, that's when you got to put a body on him. You are not going to out-jump him.
And Riddick knocks down the 3.
Timmy that time just pushed DeAndre. That's exactly right.
Or the Clippers are getting 4s.
Oh, I like the way we're trading baskets, yeah.
And there's Redick again with his 13th point.
Tony not only does he look fresh, but he's aggressive.
Paul finds DeAndre Jordan for 2. And the Clippers are 67%.
Up to keep away from the shot block because they had all night to shoot that ball.
Griffin over Duncan.
That's a part of the game that he's really gotten better at. Much improved.
You know, the wing experts. A bucket and one. As the Clippers come right out of the pick and roll is Ginobili trying to stay with Chris Paul. And Jordan gets the and one.
How in the world does he even catch that pass? Secondly, how does he get it up?
Here we go in the third. Griffin all the way to the bucket and it falls. Spurs want 17-point lead at 70. Trying to shake a 4-game losing skid. What a pass from Paul to Griffin, and he gets the and one.
Tremendous court vision and awareness.
2 Hawk run, Redick. Here's Griffin. Drives it and dunks it.
Well, when he gets it there, you just get out of the way. There's nothing you're going to do about that. Orford on that shot.
Hard bounce to Redick. 2-pointer for JJ. Oh, threw it away. Paul to Griffin. 15 points for Blake Griffin.
DeAndre Jordan, 13 boards in this game.
We saw Tyson Chandler and Jordan with a big throwdown.
Oh, my goodness. Andre Jordan giving this team another opportunity. 14 boards by him.
Blake Griffin has 17. That's 4 on the throw-in. Yeah, doing a great job trying to obscure the vision. Here's Redick to the hole, and he scores. J.J. Redick pulls L.A. within 2. Timeout at last.
Spates now with 6 points. Here is Griffin. There is the face-up jumper. Shot. Jordan with the rejection of Spates. Redick for 3.
And that's what he can do. And if DeAndre Jordan's going to clog the lane defensively, to have a guy like Spates on your team to stretch out that good center as J.J. Redick. This is back-to-back threes.
Did the 11 here in the third. Nice play by Paul to flip it up. 3-on-1. Paul to Jordan.
2 remarkable plays today. Maybe a steal, maybe a block, maybe a dunk.
Paul gets the ball to J.J. Redick. Fires for 3 in the tie. Bingo. J.J. number 75 on the.
They get to their bench and they mix their lineup a little bit and they don't fall back.
Big Baby Davis.
But they do lack some rim protection.
The rebound. Here comes Paul. Raptors are back. Bingo.
J.J. says, I didn't catch it clean. And let me throw it back to Chris. And once he made that thing, everybody ran away from it.
24. Chris Paul 1 on 6 shooting. Finds Barnes for 3. Bingo. Matt Barnes. Second 3 ball of the game. Get the switch. Griffin go to the basket. Put it up. Put it in. He has 6 1/4.
He's a wild card, but it's worth the risk for sure. But I'll tell you what, nobody is really standing pat in the West. Like Josh Smith coming to them. They made the trade also for.
Getting kind of antsy here. Paul penetrate, kick to Redick, the runner. That JJ showed up today. Crawford for 3. Bingo.
Team shot in the 30%, and there was about 11 air balls in that game.
Griffin will let it fly and knock it down.
Blake is just flat out too skilled for Utah's bigs.
The rebound. Clippers run out again. It's 3-on-3. The lob down low to Griffin. Makes a good catch and a perfect pass and scores.
And that pass had to be thrown that way. In other words, lofted over.
New shot clock comes with it. Beautiful feed from Paul to Griffin for 2.
Like they were toying with him. Which way do you want me to go? Back and forth. We're going to get you an open look, Blake.
To the bench. The chemistry changes and it just isn't the same. Barnes 3 straight away. Bingo!
LJ made 4 of 18, and all of a sudden tonight he's made 2 out of 3. So good.
Papers loses the basketball to Paul. Clippers run out. They have numbers. Lead pass to Barnes. He'll drive. Get it rejected. Goaltended. The basket to Matt Barnes, who's in double figures with talent.
There by backing away from the double team, so he had a vision, had an ability to see who was open.
JJ for three, bingo. JJ Redick knocks down the three ball. Clippers back up by 4.
Still play at a slow pace, and I totally agree, Kyle. This team, the Clippers, are built to play faster. Attack quicker, play faster, strike quicker. Earlier in the season, so this young Utah Jazz team growing up a little bit.
Good look for Blake.
That shot is there all night. And the Clippers might be getting tired of taking New Year's Eve.
Got a lot to get out of my system for the year end.
I guess so.
DeAndre and the bounce pass from Chris Paul.
And the bottom line for the Knicks, people say, why have they only won 5 games? They don't defend well enough. It's tough. You mentioned how hard it must be for Derek Fisher taking over this team.
Redick rises and scores. What a start for J.J. Redick. He has 10 already.
With the basketball, a lot like a Chris Paul career.
The big man swatted away. It'll be a goaltend. Give the hoop to DeAndre Jordan. Swatted away. Averaged over 20 points a game one year.
Yes, he did. But he's had trouble staying on the floor lately.
Redick, bingo.
That's been his main problem.
When you're hot, folks. JJ hot. Barnes, Griffin, Jordan, Redick, and Paul out there for the Clips. Lets one fly by, shoots the long 2, and it's perfect.
And let me just say this, that's when you are.
J.J. Redick around the Griffin screen to Paul. Blake again.
Held his follow through much better that time. That's the old.
Here's Jordan. Paul for Griffin. Lays it up and in.
He's on pace and dangerously close to a triple.
Pay attention now. The Knicks have scored 9 straight points. Paul brings it back to Griffin. Little ball fake. And takes care of that.
That's got to feel good to play. Incredibly tough, and probably most tough upon Brett Brown, the coach.
Oh, yeah. Who may not be around by the time they finally turn things around. That's the way it usually goes.
He's got to develop the young talent.
The love, the jam.
Wow. Around from Clemson after 3 years. Extremely long, super athletic. Like almost Gerald Green athletic with a long wingspan.
Redick, catch, shoot, score. Defending Rookie of the Year.
Carter Williams, you're right. Roden scored 20 or more in 3 of the last 4 off the bench.
Bingo. 3 ball by J.J. Redick, who's showing no signs of cooling down. He puts it up, gets the shot rejected brilliantly.
That's who they think Noel can be. Like a rebounding shot.
And that's who Blake Griffin is.
Yeah, Blake learns.
Now that'll certainly gladden the heart of Coach Doc Rivers. Can't shoot the basketball.
It's a really important skill to have if you're a basketball team.
Crawford for 3. Bingo.
And the Clippers
can.
Yeah, knocked down their 5th 3 of the quarter. Kind of a late bloomer, emerged that senior year, emerged in the post, and I think Sim's going to be an NBA player for a long time.
Jump shot knocked down by J.J. Redick. 50-40. Pass ahead, broken up by DeAndre Jordan. Ahead to Barnes. He'll go all the way to the basket, lay it up, lay it in.
That's such a good runner.
Griffin, long shot won't go, back tap, but it's chased down, and Paul goes to get it.
Well, they thought Roden.
New clock, the lob, the jam! Spectacular pass from Paul, a great stretch.
Out, establish themselves on defense. So far hasn't happened. Let's see if they can remedy that here, Ralph.
Paul will penetrate and kick to Redick for a remedying 3 ball.
Just a
bingo.
Big mistake there.
Paul into the paint. Kick to Barnes for 3. Bingo. Matt Barnes. Came in making 8 of his last 13 3 in the 6th game of a long road trip. And they've lost 4 in a row. Redick, a little ball fake, shoots the 2, knocks it down. 17 for JJ.
Who get a chance. He's out of Tennessee State. Who would have thought? You know, it's not like he averaged 30 in college.
Griffin, monster right-hand slam. Final quarter. Paul against Teague. It'll be fun to watch tonight. Redick, catch, shoot. There he goes.
And that, for me, is the matchup to watch.
Paul comes the other way.
I think Blake could have a big ball game.
He had a near triple-double first meeting between these two.
But I just felt like his last game, he was so frustrated, never got touches. I like the outlets by the Clippers, welcoming the pace.
Barnes for three. Bingo!
It's amazing how much better they play and shoot when they embrace the paint. I mean,
17-15. Atlanta on top. The lob inside of the jam.
That's the way you counter. The Hawks number 6 in the league in steals, so it's one of the ways they get it done on defense.
Space the floor. Paul, the give to Crawford for three. He lobs it up. Bingo!
And he had to get that off quick because Carroll is a couple inches taller, long arms.
All this stuff.
Well, I'm getting worried.
No Norm Numbers isn't helping me with that. From the corner, bingo! Matt Barnes for three.
Not as much as he normally does.
Through the paint. Griffin go to the hole. Slam dunk! With authority.
Only his 40th of the year.
53-49. Atlanta. Clippers facing some adversity here for the first time. Redick. JJ has 11 points in the ball game. As again, Schroeder. 8 on the shot clock. Crawford for three. Lob, high, bounce, rolled in. Bingo!
That's the softest three I've ever seen. Would not be surprised if he tries to get another.
Finds DeAndre, lays it in, draws the foul.
So Chris is back. We try and track Redick and create the Duke, North Carolina.
Head down, go to the hole, put it up, put it in.
He's played so well against the Lakers over the course of his career. Last year.
From that range lately. Inside, Griffin. He'll pump that score and get fouled.
I like the extra dribble and the gather move. That's almost like the Portland recently. I think they're playing better.
Good low post position by Griffin to the jam in Davis's face.
So much for Blake's not matching up to last year's.
That's the ball game. Down low to Hawes, left-handed hook of the beauty.
And much better. The body protected the shot. He didn't go in there with just a ball like you said.
And swings it to Paul. Back to Blake.
That again is working because Blake's bringing the ball up. So whether it's happening by design or it's just happening naturally as a course of this game, Blake bringing the ball up has got the Lakers confused.
Inside to DeAndre, knock away. Ball gets it back. He's in. And he's out.
And Chris says to DJ, my bad on the first one. I didn't throw it high enough. But I got you covered.
Into the offensive end. Down the lane to Griffin. Slam dunk.
Are they discovering the middle of the floor?
And the Lakers haven't. Redick. Good job closing out on him, but not on him. Barnes, bingo. His fifth of the ball game.
I honestly think that's with Chris going anywhere he wants.
Griffin against Ellington, and that's way too easy. He has 22. Fans taunt him. Paul brings the ball ahead. Down the middle. A kick to cutting Matt Barnes. That's his first basket. It wasn't a free ball.
Ball's tipped away.
Turnover.
And he's got DJ running too.
Paul, Redick for two. JJ in double figures. 91 to...
The losses are at home too, like Atlanta and Detroit, the two hottest teams in the East.
They skip it to Barnes for three. Bingo! Boy, has he been on a tear.
Yeah.
That's 17 of his last 34. He'll turn the corner. Barnes with 4 on the clock.
Look at that move.
He got it up and got it in.
That's a player who's playing with freedom.
Griffin.
Griffin's got a big guy down there.
Paul finds Redick in the corner for three. Bingo!
What a pass. I mean, that pass traversed through 3 different sets of eyes.
Paul working, keeps it alive, goes to Blake, the foul line, passes it up, steps back, fires it, scores it. His first points of the ball game, suddenly.
And he said it ended up being like a hip issue. And once he got his hips in place, he returned to that level of athleticism.
Griffin knocks down 2 in a row, finding room outside, he couldn't find inside. 28-24, Clippers lead it. 40 seconds to go. Crawford double clutches, trying to draw a foul, didn't get the foul, does get the hoop. Clippers back up by 6.
What a welcome sight. Willing. Look, Blake's got a little one.
He's against Ellis, go up and score it. Well, that's a good job by the Clippers, finding the mismatch. Ball to the defenders, to the hole. Barnes, put it up, put it in.
Great call. The way Doc celebrated it worked out just like he designed it. Now don't relax here.
Ball down the lane. The kick out to JJ for three. Bingo!
This is the start they needed.
You could see it coming.
I mean, this is the start they needed. This group.
4-on-4 as the Blue Suits are back. Ball creates space. Griffin fires, scores, gets fouled.
And honestly, that's why Blake doesn't dunk as much.
3-point line. The first half was good. The second half is picture perfect.
Well, I mean, the plus-minus for these starters.
The ball midway through the third period. Ball goes back to Blake. He's open again. He fires again. He scores again.
8 in a row if you don't count the technical by CP. I mean, because of his height, they're all open threes.
Paul, the lob, the jam.
And he thought
do that so they get it right.
He thought twice, should I throw this one as hard? He said to me at halftime, the first dunk I missed, Mike? I said, yeah. He said, tried to throw it too hard. Mason Reed offense. There are set plays now for LeBron. Sets for Bosch. And both guys are delivering.
Redick fires for three. Bingo.
Such a fast
way to the baseline. Over the right shoulder, miss it. Followed by Anderson Mongo. Griffin leaks out, catches, flushes.
That pass had the perfect trajectory. Stat that does make sense is the last 11 games, Wade's averaged 26 points a game.
What an explosive move to the goal by J.J. Redick.
Been to the finals 5 times the last 9 years. That's incredible.
The 19-6 lead is all but forgotten, but the Clippers back on top once again.
In general, maybe. Carlos Boozer born there? No, Boozer may be born in Germany, but high school in Alaska.
Bingo! A free ball by Blake Griffin, his first in a long time.
34 last year to give you that LeBron factor.
Ball guarded by Dang. How do you like that? Barnes for three. Bingo! Matt Barnes has been on fire.
In any half.
And they're up by a dozen after trailing by 13. Paul, they're ready for three. They need it. Bingo! Griffin faces up on Dang. Takes him inside. Fake one way. Go the other. Real nice move. Right hand jump hook.
Round.
Here's Griffin against Dang. Put it up, put it in, and he's fouled.
Decisive, quick, powerful.
Take the pride of the defensive record. Nice patient move from Chris Kaman for the first bucket. Look at Jordan running the floor and throws it down. DeAndre Jordan at 6'11", leading the ball. Looking, fires Griffin wide open on the elbow. We've seen an improved jump shot from Blake Griffin this year. A 6-0 rotation. Talking about big-to-big passing, the great lob passing, plays he makes for DeAndre Jordan for Stella. There is no hesitation there from Griffin. And Blake Griffin with 4 points. Guard to have the ability to shoot, attack the rim, and he's subtle with his approach. He picks his spots when to take over. Blake Griffin picking his spots from the perimeter. That's his third jump shot. 5 to shoot. Crawford. Punch it in. Jamal Crawford, his 6th field goal already. 15 points. Griffin. His jump shot looks good tonight. He's got 4 field goals, all 4. Three-point attempts in the last minute. Paul takes it away from Batum. He's got a 2-on-1. Paul to Barnes. Back to Paul to Jordan for the slam. And Jordan holds on to the rim with Batum underneath him. And Leonard getting some of those minutes. Back to a 2-point net. And 4-point game quickly as Griffin throws it down. Leonard coming alive. Here's Jordan down the other end and throws it down. Jordan is now 8 for 8 from the field. Ball finds Griffin. The open look. It's good. Griffin has hit 6 perimeter jumpers tonight, and the Clippers have tied the game now. Everything runs through him. Great point guard matchup with Irving and Paul tonight. And you heard Doug Collins talking about it in the studio across the street. Blake Griffin taking more outside shots. Barnes hit one from that spot. James reacts to him.
And Griffin again, mid-range jumper for Blake. So, Mark, I went back and looked at the shot charts last year to this. I was very bored this morning, candidly. He played in here last night against the Lakers. Very odd to have the back-to-back with the two LA teams. But it is working out for the Cavs travel-wise as J.J. Redick knocks that for the Cavs, the last dead ball. Paul, tricky pass in the tight spot for the leading dunk man in the NBA, DeAndre Jordan with the punch.
Before, and people thought I was taking a shot at an individual. I think to a certain extent, rim protectors are overrated. At the end of the day, what's important is Matt Barnes knocks down another shot. His principles defensively. Every time.
Been involved in a lot the last couple of minutes. It's 2-on-1, Paul and Barnes.
So you remember when Matt Barnes would dunk that?
And a half. Most of his shots have come from three-point range this year. Speaking of which, what else is new? Jamal Crawford, 9th in league history, knocking down threes.
But he told the truth, and I appreciate his honesty.
Barnes, a corner three. And back-to-back threes for the Clippers. That tightens his baby up right away to a one-point game.
Make those decisions. Now, you don't want a steady diet if that happens. I'm not going to co-sign that. But you got to make sure you communicate with players. Explain to them why I went the other way as J.J. Redick knocked down the shot.
What May thought he was fouled. Griffin on the push. Redick hot in this quarter. Usually the first quarter, but J.J. on a roll.
And make him pick the basketball up. You're doing him a favor by allowing him to eat clock. Just preserve the clock.
Hawes. The big fella, Spencer Hawes. His 24th three-point shot. That guy, James, put on all the moves. Couldn't complete the shot. And Paul finds Redick.
Mistake and think, okay, we've got a bunch of games at home. It's going to get right. No, it's going to get right when you do the things to allow you to get it right.
Well, a beautiful feed from Chris Paul. Send him up to 13 assists. Send this team home confidently. Not done yet. 7-point game. Griffin inside. James doesn't foul. It's 5. 8 seconds left.
Here's Redick. And the Clippers strike quickly.
They're running J.J. Redick off those baseline screens. And
down, leans into a three, and it's short. Batted back out by Jordan. Barnes now an angle three. Second chance points for the Clippers. Clippers break out. They have a 4-on-2. Boy, how about that? They don't take advantage of the numbers. Well, they do now. Matt Barnes at a 3-pointer.
Chris Paul got the shooter he wanted in the short corner, and that was Matt Barnes. Much for the Clips.
And the basket inside again. The Clippers get right underneath the basket.
Main idea with that toss is to get out there before he gets hit with an elbow or something. Is Matt Barnes another clean look for three, and Matt Barnes is on his way to a career game of it.
Boy, how about that pass?
Always under control. Chris Paul, one of those guys that never seems rushed.
64. Paul knocked it away from his former teammate. Look out below. And a timeout, Sacramento. The Clippers with their largest lead of the game. Blake Griffin.
Boy, that was too easy, wasn't it? But
sure was.
But certainly Chris Paul and Blake Griffin's been on the same page for a long time.
With 26 points and 10 rebounds tonight for Los Angeles. Blake. And the Kings take a timeout.
Easy to overlook a team that's rebuilding as the Celtics are.
Redick at the foul line.
He just creates so much movement, so much space for his teammates. You make shots on Avery Bradley, you have earned your keep.
Paul has it ticking in his head. Finds Crawford for three. Bingo! Hey, that's just the way the doctor drew it up.
More pace.
Griffin left free.
Nothing wrong with that.
Griffin open, shoot, score. CP3 finds Griffin on back-to-back baskets. Clippers by a dozen.
The Western Conference All-Star team.
Doesn't seem like it.
It's unfair.
Griffin. Well, I'll tell you, he's knocked down 4 shots here in 5 minutes. Crawford to Griffin.
There you go.
The ball's zipping around the court. You get a free shot like that, and I get to say bingo.
And JJ's now up to 3 threes just like that.
7-10. Here comes Paul on the perimeter with Jack on him. And right into their set with a long 2 from J.J. Redick. Ligament in his thumb. Really the first thing they've had to deal with. They've had some other injuries. Nice try right there by J.J. Redick.
It's nice pistol action there on the run. J.J.
By Jordan. And Chris Paul, who has gotten away from that half-court game and puts it into the grass. But Jordan inside with a great assist from Chris Paul. A miss by Johnson. Last night, by the way, a great first quarter for the Nets in Sacramento. Barnes the 3.
You can count Barnes, you can count anything Matt's throwing up right now. He has shot the 3 ball over the last month extremely well.
Barnes, and we go the other way with Griffin.
Well, Blake's a little lucky there. I think he took off and he wasn't quite sure where he was.
He's coming off a double-double against the Boston Celtics on Monday. Clippers on an 8-0 run. Griffin for 2.
Great skip pass by Chris Paul, reading the interior rotation there. Made baskets, still the Clippers trying to get that pace. Keep the Brooklyn Nets moving.
Here's Jamal Crawford. Freshly off the bench, hits a quick 3-point shot.
Calling that and producing some points. But to get out in transition and not work so hard saves Chris Paul and gives guys some energy. And hello, DeAndre Jordan.
Had missed their last 8. And that breaks a field goal drought of 5.5 minutes. Here's Griffin diving. Teletovic knocking him off stride.
But Doc Rivers not wasting this opportunity, Kevin, to have his starters in to close out this half, run some execution. There's a play out of timeout. Great read.
Good pass.
CP3 finding
the TNT studios of scores and highlights from around the NBA with Redick finding Paul. Griffin. Boy, they make it look easy, don't they?
Yeah, but good action by the Clippers on the strong side. They run Redick off. So they've had good health and they've had plenty of opportunities out here.
Paul to Griffin. They got the most first half points. Lopez had it taken away. Lopez had a good game last night in Sacramento with 22 points and 6 blocks. JJ with a 3.
Back looked pretty good there, Kevin.
Yeah.
KG in and out of the lineup. He felt like he'd done a pretty good job in the first half of the year and hope they can get some consistency and a good run in the second half of the year.
What a pass by Chris Paul.
That where you'll start to believe in what it is that they can do, because defensively their numbers have grown, Kevin. They've gotten much better on that end of the floor, and that will keep you in games.
Redick with another 3.
However, not tonight.
However, not tonight.
Right,
yes.
With the way this roster is set up, and like I said, the flexibility going forward.
Jerome Jordan is back in. They go into DeAndre. There's Jordan.
Good hands, Matt Barnes.
Paul. Griffin.
Who had his first career triple-double in the second meeting against his former team, including a career-high 16 assists and a quick rebuttal by Griffin. 7-game home win streak snapped by Houston the other night. Oh, what a sneaky pass by Paul.
He's really struggled from the corner. He's 0 of 9 for the last 4 games from 3-point shots.
Yet hustling for rebounds and battling. And there is Blake Griffin. Suns 0 for 4.
Some open looks for the Suns, just not dropping.
And they got it to a wide open Griffin. Speaking of the Grand Canyon. And Paul brings it down.
Yeah, he switched it back over to the left hand.
Little back bounce pass to Griffin. Taps himself on the chest and says, way to go, young man. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining in the first. Behind the back ball, quick release. Griffin, and he rattles it in. Still on the stat sheet as usual. Off the curl, it's Redick. Nice fake on Dragic for 3. Has 1 triple-double, 20 double-doubles. Step back by Griffin, and he beat the clock.
And when Plumlee's been called upon, even with Brandon Wright coming aboard here, Plumlee has risen to the occasion. Here's Paul over to pause the three. Now, how does that happen? He comes off the bench. Led is 1 for 4. 10-point lead, matching the Clippers' biggest. And there he is again. That's a 3 for Spencer Hawes.
He's taking out players out of the middle. They spreading the floor.
2 seconds. 1. Redick. Oh, and he got the roll. Reminiscent of, I don't really want to get into it.
Fast break opportunities to pass the ball.
The Suns' bread and butter. Clippers doing a great job. Here's Griffin from way out there.
And he's very capable. He goes back to the basket. Redick. He'll go to the goal. The runner. 12-9 ball game.
That certainly would not endear me to the guy I'm guarding if he did that.
Yeah, we had 6 technical fouls and 2 flagrant fouls the last time these two teams met.
And they get Blake an easy one.
And the save to Redick. Paul penetrate all the way to the hole. Kicked the ball out to Barnes. Barnes slammed dunk.
There was a couple of dribbles where he was probing, and all of a sudden he saw nobody's there. I'm taking off.
By Jordan. DJ's running ahead. Hunting for the lead for the first time.
Wow. That's the defense sparking the offense. 7 on Chris Paul.
Barnes brings it to Paul on the run. With 3, with 2. Slam dunk. You can't do it any better than that. They throw it away.
And if they run, they'd have 5 on 4. Nurkic is having trouble getting down the court.
Barnes to the basket, lay it in.
Brian Shaw got to be thinking about a timeout. He takes one.
Hawes goes in close. Nice job by Spencer Hawes. With it. Throw it away.
Oh,
Paul
Chandler had that.
Yeah, he just ran away from it.
The lob, the jam. Wilson Chandler had one of those split-second decisions, and he chose to back up and go for it. I think he had the steal.
Against the Celtics on Monday night, and then the runaway second quarter by Boston put the Jazz in a 24-point hole, and right now it's back-to-back buckets, one by Crawford, and Blake Griffin knocks down his first 2. Matchup of the season, counting preseason play, so they know one another very well. Skip it out. Jamal Crawford again puts it up and knocks down his second 3 ball.
Can't leave him.
CU.com.
And that's huge for this backcourt, because against Boston, the backcourt was 1 of 8. So they need Exum, they need Ingles to 39%.
Jazz turn over their first. Barnes on a wraparound. Beautiful move down the paint. Matt Barnes in his 12th year out of UCLA. Love to play
better
defense.
Player, and this is an argument, was he a better coach or better player? I don't even know the answer to that.
Griffin goes inside, scores his 4th bucket. Yeah, that is a great one. 8. Three ball right back at you.
Hold this team down. As David mentioned, 107 a game, 4th best. They'll let you score. They're in the middle of the pack that way. J.J. Redick.
Tough proposition.
Line 8 on the shot clock. In a little 2-man game. He wanted Jordan. Ashik really played it well. And Blake Griffin.
Good defense.
Yep. Can't do anything with a step back like that. 3rd best is on the floor right now. And they're at 21 rebounds combined a game. AD and Ashik are at 20 as Redick will get a layup on a simple handoff. And that's what you can't give. A little off. He was caught under and then off balance. Redick on the reverse. Oh, pretty play by J.J. Redick with the left hand. Redick.
Bad possession. Two
Two
bad
in a row.
possessions in a row, and now they don't get matched up and give up a 3.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Needed. AD liked it. 9-point lead, biggest of the game for the Pelicans. So it got down to 3, 6 straight out of the timeout, and Griffin will fill it up. But would you rather have him there as opposed to next to the rim? Didn't get the rim, and Jordan taps it away. 25 seconds and counting. It'll be Crawford leaping into the triple. Not a shot. 1 possession game.
I can't imagine how he didn't get voted in. Well, how do you take 3 of the 4? I'm taking all 4.
Again, though, I think as Jordan gets the slam over Diaw, I think the best point made so far is the expansion of the roster. They'll use the Hawes screen. Hawes has been a disappointment this year. A lot of people thought he really would have helped the Spurs out, but he hasn't shot the ball well. As I say that, he nails a three. Shot 40% last year, 45% 2 years ago, but just 30%.
You're seeing some outstanding passing bigs in this game. Splitter, underrated passer for the three. Good catch and shoot by Redick.
How about Redick?
Spurs at 30-17, 7th in the West. Clippers 32-15, tied with the Blazers for 4th. Here's Hawes from outside, and that's his 3rd triple. And a timeout by San Antonio. Here's Paul, and Joseph has been an excellent defender. Griffin takes off and slams it home.
I just love the Arizona Cardinals, Dave. You know that. Everybody does.
Three-pointer by J.J. Redick. Redick now with 9. The Clippers in triple digits.
Wide open look. You're not going to get a better look than that. On that little tip pass to Joe Johnson.
The bounce, the slam, big finish. DeAndre Jordan. Rib. He replaces Allen Anderson, so it'll be Jack alongside Williams. Griffin, easy bucket off the inbounds.
Can't let him catch the ball that close to the basket. Understand exactly where they're supposed to be on the floor.
Nets are shooting it at 46%. Inside for Davis. Chris Paul
bringing bowling towards the baseline. Couldn't elevate, just wound up throwing it up there.
They leave Griffin open, and he takes advantage with a jumper.
And that's a big improvement.
Paul gives it up. Crawford inside the arc, gets bumped, and a chance for 3. Jared Jack.
And you know that Crawford been always in his career in the NBA.
In front of the Nets. Rivers fires the triple. Bottom. Austin Rivers, who is shooting it at just 28%. Bogdanovich off the rim.
You see Jordan right back in there, so Griffin doesn't have to face off him. Beautiful lead pass. Can't front Griffin, he just holds you off. They throw it over the
digit lead of the night. LA starting to click. Paul, stutter step. Redirects. Jordan fills the lane and puts it down.
Paul and Crawford in the backcourt. Paul guarded by Irving. And here is Crawford using the screen and gets a very friendly bounce out of 3-point.
Great jump hook. That'll make that jump shot a lot easier instead of standing out there shooting threes all night.
Nice move by Crawford. Obviously, Kevin taking your advice to heart.
There, I would switch every time on Spencer Hawes. He really wants to shoot jumper.
Here's Rivers. And that's a goaltend. That counts with assist number 7. Griffin to the bucket.
Well, you didn't see Moskov step up that time.
Downtown, he's 3 of 4 overall. Griffin, nice head fake and hits with the jump hook.
That's a nice move. Don't be down there wrestling with guys.
He's in his first run with the Cavaliers. Nice pass, Griffin with the bucket. It counts and the foul.
How about the quick duck-in move there?
Playing half-court isolation ball. With all these athletes they have, they could be crazy. But I want to touch on Coach Black.
There's Paul working off the pick, gets it out to Griffin from straight away and knocks it down. Here's LeBron. Paul on the run. It's a 3-on-1. Griffin with the finish.
See, this is what I'm talking about, the jump shot.
He might set the record for overall field goal percentage this year, previously set by Wilt Chamberlain. Here's Matt Barnes, who was ejected from last night's game with 2 technicals and a loss to Cleveland. So a turnover by Toronto out of a timeout that can't please Coach Casey. Here is Griffin. Great position down low. Excellent look by Paul. As well, those are the 2 igniters off the bench for Toronto. Griffin on the drive, and Griffin puts it in.
Easy. That was an easy screen and roll on the side.
In San Antonio after a bad loss the previous night. Paul with a steal again.
Look at this.
Here's Griffin, fakes the pass, drives and scores.
Yeah, I like it. I like their attitude right now. The defense has been this night. There was a lot of tension in Cleveland, no doubt about it. But right here tonight, the foul shots that were taken right down at the other end were the first ones for Toronto. That's a bad sign in this first quarter.
No passing and all jump shots. A bad combination. Here's Hawes for 3. Good. Spencer Hawes starting maybe to get
things going here.
Side now. Are we seeing cutters and ball movement? Hey, that's what was missing.
Griffin connects on the jumper. 19 for Blake Griffin.
I see, that's where you got to
assist. Gave some energy to that second unit in the first half. Here's Austin Rivers with the floater, and he gets it to go. That's his second basket.
Well, that was a nice
chance at a triple-double. He's got 8 assists, 7 rebounds. Blake Griffin scrapes the sky, puts it home, and a foul.
Now that's sheer upper body strength.
There's Rivers. Rivers gets inside, back up top. Excellent ball movement. Barnes winds up with an open look and rattles in the three.
That was a great possession.
They're certainly hoping for the best, but it could be something because he has to have surgery, some kind of procedure on it. As Hawes flips it up and in. Nice turnaround from Hawes.
No, only in my dream.
Hawes, little fake. And Hawes again. His first start has been successful thus far. Well, Westbrook has been so spectacular recently, but he's 0 for 5 to begin this one. Durant picking up the slack. Hawes again. Nails it.
And both, their kindness belies what great competitors they are.
Crawford with a hand in his face, able to connect.
Mike, rim to rim.
Nice to see him running hard. And that broken left foot earlier in the season is Hawes. That's a tough shot with a left hand. Chris Paul guarded by Durant. Rivers steps back and hits the three. And the Clippers needed that. 11-point game, under 2 to play here in the second. Hawes, nobody near him. And knocks down the three. Hawes has 17 points. He has his season high already, and it's still the second quarter. Rivers off the glass. Pretty play from Austin Rivers. Paul. Barnes, nice fake to get rid of Durant. Lines up the three and nails it. Paul, alley-oop to Jordan. That's such a weapon for them, and that's the first one. Robertson and Reggie Jackson out there for OKC. Nice steal from Paul. Throws it ahead to Rivers. Jackson in pursuit, and Rivers throws it down. You know, that's what Sam Pressman hope. This team looks toward the playoffs and more as Crawford knocks it down. The two of them excellent scores.
When you know that's what he's trying to do, establish that low, deep position.
Into the corner, Redick, and he hits a three.
To find him.
I think Monte might have taken one in a bad area there, trying to get through that pick.
And a long rebound comes out to the Clippers. Chris Paul. Their Grammy road trip has seen them go 2-5. DeAndre Jordan deep inside against Dirk. I have not been able to move a Dr. Pepper can yet. Out of the timeout, thunderous dunk. Thrown down by DeAndre Jordan. Set right now. Paul goes back to him. Outside to Barnes. The three, Matt Barnes.
Set up by...
Finds a pocket in the middle of the defense. Kept it alive. Chris Paul swings it to Turkoglu, and he hits the three-pointer, barely making the net move on that. Paul glances at the shot clock. Got around Harris. Turkoglu in the corner. And that is two made. And come up dry. And then Paul leans in on Villanueva and pokes it away. And Chris Paul shovels up ahead to Rivers. 12-0 run. As Parsons gets into the lane and misses the shot off the glass. The Clippers are without Blake Griffin tonight. Without him for the next 3 weeks at least. He'll be reevaluated then after he had surgery today because of a staph infection in his right elbow. We saw those other names on the list and players who are known for having a great clutch shot-making reputation as Redick makes a three. Out of a timeout, well done, well-executed play.
I was just going to say the same thing. The Mavericks are really good in that area, so are the Clippers.
Open three-point shot.
All the time.
Guys scrambling.
Over the last 9 games going into tonight, Parsons 51% from the three-point line. Redick, tough.
That looks soft.
51%. Angle toward the last minute of the half. The Clippers have a 11-point lead on the Hawes reverse. goes by. Jefferson way off on a three. Chris Paul, a long pass to Redick, who leaked out and scores. All into the paint. Outside to Turkoglu, made 2 first half threes. And banks one home.
Scores everything.
Redick backs away and hits it. Redick has always been a guy gets off to hot starts for the Clippers. This is just his second game back after missing 3 with back spasms. He played
in the right role for him. So much is fit in this league, and he's found the right fit here, coming off the bench and not being asked to be a big scorer. I agree with that rule. I like that. There's got to be a rule to prevent people from milking it.
Whoa! DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Gets the crowd fired up.
Well, there are very few players that can be the best player on a championship team. And J.J. Redick has a beautiful layup.
In his overall game and confidence last couple of years. Redick fires and hits. J.J. Redick with 14 first-half points. Early last year, All-NBA second-team defense. Paul to Barnes. Barnes flips it up and gets it to go.
Man, he really does deserve to make it.
Hawes lines it up and nails that one. 9 points for Hawes. Paul finds Barnes. Barnes pull-up jumper's good.
A guy who could break you down as the ball moves. They don't really have that anymore.
How about Hawes off the dribble, banks it in, and is fouled. Pass.
If I had a draft choice, I probably wouldn't pick him first.
Why not?
Because I know him so well. I want to spend some time with one of these celebrities that I watch master.
Talk to me about being a good teammate.
Well, Mike, you're like the great point guard.
No. Nothing was said last night as Jordan lays it in. Nice entry pass.
In this league, you can win a lot of games.
Redick fakes, fires, connects. J.J. Redick with 18 points to lead the Clippers. And this is their largest lead of the night.
In their head saying, who is Aaron Baines? This is a guy that is real crafty around the basket with the left and right hands, get a solid rebounder, and sets excellent screens as J.J. Redick knocks down his first shot.
The defense here by the Clippers. Leonard lost it. 2-on-1. Paul behind the back. Redick pulls it up and scores.
I'm not quite sure I understood how J.J. Redick stopped. Got to make him put it on the floor. Exactly what they did right there.
Parker with the teardrop. He thought he was fouled. Here's Redick ahead of the field and lays it home.
But those are glimpses of the old Tony Parker.
Paul got it on the hop to Jordan. How about Chris Paul? He is shooting well. He has 8 points. That was assist number 4. Had a couple of solid games, but has not shot well the last 2 games prior to the All-Star break. Nice move there by Hawes. Spencer Hawes. Big Baby Davis has just checked in. They swing it. Paul on the hop. Sets it up. And DeAndre Jordan with his specialty as he lays it home. Which is incredible. As head coach of the Spurs, he began back in the 96-97 season. Here is Hawes showing us the hook shot, a second field goal. Not that he do 50 that frequently, but he was capable in a smaller league. Wide open shot for Crawford, which has Greg Popovich very upset. And it has given the Spurs a 6-point lead. Parker with 15 points, 11 coming here in the quarter. Pause on the assist from Paul.
Out of that rhythm that they had the last 2 minutes.
And the Spurs with only 1 team foul. Here's Crawford. Oh, little Reggie-like kick back there. He tried to draw a foul. Ginobili looking to shake off Redick. Bad pass. Here comes Paul. 3-on-1 for the Clippers. Jordan with the stop. DeAndre Jordan soaring to put it down. Foul on the Spurs. Crawford for three. He went close. Not his intention, but he'll take it at Atlanta.
Well, what's the underlining factor there? They all played under or coached under us. DeAndre Jordan is just putting on the show here to close out this third quarter.
We're at Staples Center in Los Angeles. Driving hook by Davis. He's played well. That's 10 points. The lack of defense, Clippers outscored the Spurs 38-33 in the third quarter. Both teams over 50%. Finnegan, Barnes able to take it off the stuff.
It's a fouling him.
Crawford, yes. Downtown.
9 turnovers.
Yeah.
A technical foul. Pause for 3. Bingo! That's the one he passed up a moment ago.
Yeah, see, they're trying to get him going. Get him.
63 years of age. Clippers have numbers. Stop, pop, score.
To anybody else, you might say not a good shot, because it really was a 3-on-3 break. But Jamal Crawford.
Here come the Clippers on the run again. Chris Paul spins the ball to Rivers. He'll go to the hole and score. Welcome back, Austin.
And he's a good athlete for his.
He has 10. Clippers lead is 10. They leave Rivers alone. Bingo. 10 points for Austin Rivers. I like what's going on here. We're up by 13.
A win is a win is a win.
The lob, the jam.
Well disguised, too. So you got Cousins who picks up a foul.
Chris Paul engineering things.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what George Karl feared.
Ready for 3. Bingo.
Like he's taking control of this game.
From 26% in the first quarter to 73% now. The kick to JJ for 3. Bingo! His 4th of the ball game. Look at the motion. Redick moving from right to left. Barnes moving from left to right. Beautiful head and shoulders fake. Crawford moved to the basket, bank it up, bank it in.
No answer for him.
First 6. The Red Hot Grizzlies are 1 for 6. Redick at the baseline says, why not?
Yeah, Gasol didn't go for the fake, didn't get any closer to him, and JJ said that was just a step inside.
4-4 ball game. Paul in the wing against Green.
Green's got length.
Pick, roll, slammed up.
I like that one. DJ didn't mess around with that. Treadmill, being a pool, nothing. Said this week we'll finally start lifting lower body.
And he'll be sitting down with Christina at halftime.
Oh, good.
Don't miss that. 3. Jordan picks up his 7th rebound. The outlet to Paul. Here goes low by Conley. Paul, lay it in.
See, you get Chris Paul the ball with movement on the fly. I think it's like giving Tom Brady time to throw.
3-point Clipper lead. DeAndre Jordan, the 2-hand reverse jam. They go back door. It's not open.
A rare opportunity to run here.
Barnes wide open 3 ball. Bingo.
Getting so good at that corner 3.
Paul going to work. Finds Hawes. Passes up for 3. Shoots the 2.
He did that with some composure right there.
Paul back in the offensive end.
And look who's guarding Crawford. They did make the counter.
Hawes for 3. Bingo! Oh, good for him. In and out, back up. Recovered by Barnes.
Got him.
For 3. Jamal Crawford. Bingo!
He needed to see that one go through. Now he made his first. I think they're going to be in the conference finals.
Key point of the basketball game right now. Clippers down by 5. Crawford for 3. Bingo!
You cannot get hesitant if you're Jamal Crawford, and he never is.
Here's Hawes. Nice look inside to Jordan, and that's why he leads the league in field goal percentage, Coach. And didn't get it. Paul on the break. Redick for 3, and he knocks it down. J.J. Redick. Italy that they have every year. He's really developed into a solid pro since. Hawes from outside, his 3rd one is good. Going against Jason Terry. 10 on the shot clock.
Davis eyes the jumper and drills it.
With such great energy. His man turned his head on the pick and roll and found an easy one.
And Jordan with the slam dunk. Chris Paul, lob up top and one. Poster time for DeAndre Jordan. And there have been a lot of those moments this year. Offered with 18 already off the bench. Doc Rivers with no complaints of his bench so far. Oh, Jordan! He caught one and threw it down. His first field goal of the night. Great ball fake by Redick. And he quiets the crowd with the jumper.
Him missing 14 games, but James missed a share too, so
Jordan inside with the easy one.
I love what James Harden is doing right now. He's playing beautiful basketball. Terrence Jones is taking his time to get back.
He actually blew a tire and lost the back of his shoe, and now he finally fixes it. But
he's got that Elijah one. He works with the big guys here. That footwork as Jordan is hit on the layup. But he's got that. And what a positive sign for the Rockets that they could be on this run and putting themselves in position to win this game as Redick knocks in the three.
Just 1 of 10 from the field this quarter. This ball got a nice screen inside. Jordan knows how to finish and one. 20 points for Harden in the block inside. Back out to Barnes. Yes.
Doing as good as anybody almost ever. He's just on fire this year.
Well, he's also shooting almost 72% from the floor. J.J. Redick from outside. That's what J.J. Redick does. 14.5 points per game. 2 steals, and did it in less than 40 minutes. He finds Hawes for an easy one. Clippers by 3.
Hawes really has been.
To 5. Lee over Jordan on a switch. And the loose ball picked up by Chris Paul. This will be a breakaway for DeAndre Jordan. Dave Yeager wants a foul call. Gasol got a deflection. And a long jump, a 3, is down by Matt Barnes, and the Grizzlies need a timeout. 11-5. Blocked by Redick.
Pretty good block by Redick.
Got to get back. Here comes Crawford. He will attack Beno Udrih, flip it up and in.
Redick has 8. Crawford.
5 lead changes and 1 tie tonight. Third meeting between these two teams. There's one more coming, and DeAndre Jordan off the nifty setup from Chris Paul.
So Jordan did a nice job of picking it up. I'm okay by that, but just to call a random one doesn't make any sense.
Pick and roll with Hawes. Chris Paul, his 7th assist of 16.
He's got the call.
And then Barnes hits the 3. Back in the Twin Cities. That's off the fingertips of Gasol. Barnes will get an easy one, and we got a Grizzlies timeout coming up. Clippers, their largest lead of the night, and the Grizzlies.
You got to figure a way to get through them or under them.
Pause. 2 on the shot clock. He offers up a 3 and puts it in. To 38% shooting. Davis with the jump hook. Timeout, Grizzlies down 11%. Shooting. Chris Paul stays out. And Crawford hits another one. Matt Barnes with a long 2.
Got more bounce in his body, and this is exactly what the Bulls need from him.
Tough matchup for Aaron Brooks today against Chris Paul. Redick, one of the best first quarter players in the NBA, always comes out.
Great free throws the other day at your hotel.
The streets weren't talking, I told you that. Davis gets inside. Big Baby, who's playing some nice minutes for the Clippers recently. Air ball. Turkoglu fires from 3. He could still do that, and the Clippers back up by 1.
Higher quality shots.
Paul finds Redick. Redick connects. 10 points for J.J. Redick. Hawes from beyond the arc and drills it. Yeah, he's capable scorer for sure. Certainly did that in Philadelphia.
Because Butler didn't come in as a scorer. He didn't come in as a guy that can knock down the long ball. It's because he put the time in, extremely well coached, and it's great to see how he's progressed as a player.
We'll discuss this week about people talking about you maybe to back off. Can you speak about it without being going to be sleeping with the fishes? As Crawford knocks down.
So they can, even when the LA Clippers go this small with Redick and Crawford, as Hawes hits another three. He'd really been struggling coming into this game, Mike, since the All-Star break.
Crawford connects. Yes, last 3 games he was 8 for 36, including 2 for 15 on Friday.
A left elbow sprain, questionable to return, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Barnes, block at one end, 3-pointer at this end. Big shot making. Yeah, this is back-to-back impressive road wins for the LA Clippers. As Glenn Davis hits that Friday night in Memphis.
Traveled for his made field goals this season, 8 inches. Leads the NBA in terms of shortness of distance traveled. And J.J. Redick, they can do it inside, they can do it outside. Takes it right at Wiggins, finds Redick. CP3 back to Hamilton and gets a friendly roll. Spencer Hawes from straight away.
So in a lot of ways, if you watch the Clippers play, you know, defensive rating, what, they're 16th in the league overall.
Man, whoa, DeAndre Jordan.
Gorgie hedged out. Kevin Garnett didn't rotate quickly enough, and it doesn't take much. He was perfected it. Are we going to add Gorgie Jang to that list? How quick is J.J. Redick's release?
Well, and how big a difference does a healthy J.J. Redick make for this team? He missed 46 games last year.
With Andrew Wiggins, then find Kevin Garnett in the corner. Good find by Ricky Rubio.
Paul for Jordan and another dunk for the big man. Gorgie Jang trying for the rebound, knocked into the hands of Chris Paul. Hamilton for the 3. "12-2 run for the Clippers. Austin Rivers out of the corner, making a 15-2 run.
Because it was about how he feels about the city of Minneapolis and St. Paul and Minnesota in general.
Jamal Crawford.
So sweet. I mean, the way he releases the basketball, the way he gets up, and he just concept in what we're doing, or do we need to have our guys do our concept better? And you're always in that quandary. JJ knocks down that corner 3.
Timberwolves briefly took their largest lead of the game.
Kevin Garnett too to make that extra pass to Adrian Payne. Payne finds Andrew Wiggins wide open along the baseline.
Hamilton with the answer on the other end. Came in for Kevin Garnett. Garnett going to the bench with 12 points. It's the most he's had in a game since before Christmas.
Redick, does he get his feet set? It's really a study, and if you want to get a job in his league, and Gary Neal's in a lot the same case.
Paul. Rivers goes right by Zach LaVine.
That's the way you attack a closeout.
The crowd rising to its feet here in downtown Minneapolis. KG egging them on. Chris Paul into the corner for Hawes. And Spencer Hawes, who had been ice cold all game.
Starting guys out on the floor, so a little different for him.
Aldridge had 37 last contest against LA as J.J. Redick curls around and buries the triple.
That'll make life so much easier down the stretch when they're paying attention to his playmaking ability.
And what, you got to stretch the defense, right, Mark? I mean, as Redick knocks down the J. Too many times you see guys come off screen and roll and pick up the basketball. That's exactly what they want you to do.
With all due respect, his career, his future at jeopardy by saying, I'm going to push this off because it's more important that we have an opportunity to do something special.
I'll be in San. What do you? You're not in San Antonio.
No, I'll be in the Bay Area for the Clippers Warriors.
Very nice. Redick and Paul doing it in this first half. 29 points between them. After he said it. Little hitch in his giddy up. Paul, nifty shovel. Pause. He got it.
Nicholas Batum, the primary defender on Chris Paul, trying to get size and length on Paul to disrupt his offensive rhythm.
Paul is with another.
For Terry Stotts, not the case anymore.
Change the way you view them for the postseason?
No.
Redick on a three with a hand in his face, and the Clippers with their biggest lead of the night. And still has not connected. 0 of 7.
That's a frustration shot right there. He wants to get something going.
Redick already is. Fouls. Paul gives it up. Davis rumbling in, and then the soft play. And a little dance afterwards. 2 minutes and did not. And the Blazers made him pay both times. Here's Redick racing in at a free lane to the rim.
Too easy. Swing. Not his night.
Turkoglu run off the line on the drive. The finger roll. He's good.
26-2 at home. And most of the time they're blowing teams out. Redick just inside the arc knocks down the first shot.
I don't think I ever see a guy make his first shot.
He was open. Chris Paul didn't get it to him. Draymond Green, who guards just about everybody on him. They throw it into Hawes. Hawes quickly puts it in, and boy, that's got to make Doc Rivers smile, especially with Griffin out. They need Hawes in his first year in the Clippers to get consistent.
Griffin out, the wins, the quality of wins that they have, it's really amazing.
Redick, once again, he's 3 for 3. As a team, they're 8 for 10. Paul, very aggressive. Barnes to the basket, flips it up and in.
I really like Matt Barnes.
The number of attempts that keeps going up and up. It's amazing.
Paul finds Big Baby, and Davis puts it in. Paul's still limping.
With this smaller lineup, everybody's 6'7" or better.
Barnes spins. Good move from Barnes and gets the kind roll.
He's got a calming effect.
They have 7 guys that's going to be their core, basically.
Redick. 2-pointer for J.J. Redick. He's got 11 points.
All things that shouldn't have been out.
Pretty impressive for a guy in his 3rd year. Redick knocks down the 3, and that ends the streak.
Every kid should just have watched that sequence by J.J. Redick.
There, good help from Hawes. Redick drives past Bogut. Nice move from J.J. Redick, and he's got 16. 3rd already after only 4 Clipper turnovers in the first half. Backdoor, Austin Rivers gets it back and flips it up and in. He's got now 10 points. Paul, this time, Big Baby finishes.
Coordinate distance.
Definitely not moving at 100%.
Redick, the 3 ball. Bingo.
That guy is.
He can find him 100% of the time.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, JJ's running. He's moving. Rubio leads the league. And they got runners. They got young runners.
Redick again. Bingo. He's made 3 balls in the opening, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. The burst of speed, the lob deflected from the jam anyway.
He couldn't dunk the first one, right? Great job by DJ to come down with it and then elevate again.
Chris Paul, the lob, the jam.
I cannot believe Minnesota did not see it coming.
Because we sure saw it coming.
And they've tried to run the play 3 times.
10 on the shot clock. Barnes rises for 3. Bingo!
And it's not often that you're catching a you're shooting a 3-pointer off a bounce pass like Chris threw it.
Ball against Rubio.
Redick for 2. In rhythm. In rhythm. Great screens. JJ constantly moving.
Paul playing with a sore right knee. Bruised in a bump with Steph Curry yesterday. Redick again.
That is JJ's favorite side. He loves to turn over his left shoulder, square up, so the ball comes into the picture of the defender.
Paul pushes. The lob. And the foul.
Well,
that's 4 in the game?
It is at least 4, yeah. And the defensive stats for Minnesota.
Turn, shoots a 3. Bingo.
Shot it in rhythm. didn't even think twice about letting that baby go.
Wish he did that more often. 59-49.
Another lob.
A lob to jam.
I mean, they looked at each other here in the backcourt, and I said they're going right to it, and they went down the middle. Minnesota never adjusted. And I was there and spoke to their people. Even Dominique Wilkins told me this guy is just getting no minutes, but we like him.
Barnes, bingo.
What is that, third three of the night for Matt?
Yep.
But quite frankly, neither team has played well, neither team has shot well.
Redick.
Other than this guy.
That's a 2-ball by J.J. Redick. He has 24 points in the game.
He shot well.
DeAndre might have got a piece of that. Paul ahead to Barnes. Run his way to the goal and 2 more points. What a runner. Here he is in his 35th birthday.
Westbrook could get like 40 and a triple-double again.
Baseline jump shot by Hawes.
What's the update on Kevin Durant? What's his timetable?
This guy's a worker, isn't he?
Who's
Rubio?
That? Yes. I think he's full of character.
The lob, the jam!
I think Chris Paul did that on purpose just so you could say that again.
In case you missed the first 5.
Yeah.
I had the Clippers quite a bit lately. I watched them against Damian Lillard. I watched them against Steph Curry. As Hawes knocks down that long ball, that's a shot he's going to have to take and make.
Angeles has made its last 7 shots in a row. Inside, Jordan, make it 8. That's the high percentage variety. And another dime for Chris Paul. Really did a better job with nutrition and conditioning and lost some 20 pounds. Whistle and 1 for Redick. 89.
I mean, why could you put me next to somebody else's 5 games? Why you got to put me next to the greatest 5-game span in the history of the game?
That's okay. Heather still has you as 1B. Don't worry about it.
Conference. If you're going to make the Atlanta Hawks players of the week, right, then you should have made Russell Westbrook player of the week by himself.
And Chris Paul in attack mode here. Finds Redick for 3. And the Clippers are rolling out of the locker room. Timeout, Thunder. And he's shaken up at the other end. Paul into the paint. Barnes for 3. And he got it. They were playing 5-on-4, and Russell Westbrook is shaken up. All in transition, finds Barnes. Butter. Matt Barnes knocks down another 3-ball. Barnes. Jordan inside. Ball fake and punches it home on Cantor and Ibaka. Timeout, Thunder.
His confidence is as a player right now. Chris Paul playing fantastic basketball as he comes up with the steal right on field.
And then leaves it on the fast break for Matt Barnes. And a timeout is called by Dallas. To tie, and the jumper rolls off the rim, no good.
You're playing him so soft on the defensive end of the floor.
Lob to DeAndre Jordan.
Those are the plays you don't want to see by the Clippers. Those easy baskets for him. Very aggressive, and that sets up his ability to get inside. Very versatile offensive player Parsons is.
Drive by Paul. Matt Barnes on the cut, slams it home.
That's a smart cut.
Yeah, and Chris Paul's greatness obviously allows for that to happen. Didn't drop it. I love the shot. Good ball movement, too.
That's in front by 5. This equals their biggest lead of the game. Spencer Hawes floats it up and in. 11 before that hit.
Well, the defense goes under. You have to make them pay by being a threat. JJ stepping into the 3, knocking it in as Redick finds his stroke for his second basket.
Long 2-pointer for J.J. Redick.
Rondo making a supreme pass over to the hot guy from the 3-point line, Chandler Parsons.
That's mixed it up with 7 made threes, accounting for 21 points. And their points in the paint, they've got 20.
So he did a good job of softening that ball up for Parsons to handle in the open court that time.
3 steals tonight for Rondo. 3-pointer made by Matt Barnes.
They have been shooting that 3 extremely well.
Is able to give him something off the dribble.
A lengthy conversation after that. The foul was picked up by Jordan as Redick hits the 3 and ties the game at 5. J.J. Redick and DeAndre Jordan.
Well, that's a nice way. I was trying to actually stay in the positive, but you're right. No, that's the real deal. You know, until they get Jamal Crawford back, and hopefully he's back, and Glenn Davis, those have to be the right call.
Paul, good job there to take it away. After deflecting it from Beverly, it's Hamilton again, and he knocks it down. So living on every breath of that 10-day contract. So a little energy for a rare time here at Staples Center. Fans and team. Barnes gets them all up with a three. Free throws are an opportunity. So
that's a good point.
It's kind of an aversion to it. Davis to the basket. Into Modiunas, and Glenn Davis carrying that defensive energy to the offensive end.
Clippers up by 1. From 15 feet, Blake Griffin, that one felt good. This ball, the screen from Griffin, uses it inside to Blake. He'll put it up and in. Could have been a lob, but it wound up going in. Now UCLA. Taken away by DeAndre Jordan. Here comes Paul. Nate rises for 3. Bingo! Making a 2-pointer. Shooting of the Hornets starting to haunt them. Paul down low to DeAndre. Ran to the rim. Went to the right hand and scored.
I love that. I love when they involve DJ in that way. Not just lobs in the half court.
This ball knocked away. On air. There's the steal by Paul.
Got Blake running on a trailer.
2 to a hole for 2 plus 1. Marvin Williams,
who has been red hot from deep lately. 16 of his last 35.
Turkoglu for 3. Bingo! Hito knocks down his second 3-ball of the game.
Duncan play. But from Olowokandi draft, I think you only have 4 or maybe 4 guys still playing.
Griffin slam! Dontie's back!
I'll say.
Hornets don't play until Friday night. I'm thinking Steve Clifford, the coach, did not survey the players. Want to spend an extra 3 days in L.A. or do you want to go to Sacramento? Because they're going to Sacramento.
Well, the presence of DeAndre Jordan.
Basket's moving. That could have affected the outcome of that shot.
And Blake Griffin, and we finally have a basket 1:55 seconds in.
Oh, Blake Griffin perfectly timed a block on Jason Thompson.
He sure did. Here's a transition 3. And J.J. Redick puts the Clippers ball after taking 4 shots. 18-17. Blake Griffin inside, and he banks it home.
Blake Griffin, a lot of game inside as well as a much improved face-up player outside. Of course, I'm willing to help him out to even get to 100% if they want.
Here is Redick.
And J.J. Redick is putting on a J.J. Redick true display.
Yeah, he's got 14 points.
Around that screen.
Now Chris Paul gets another screen. Into the corner it goes. And Hito hits the corner 3, and it's 65-60.
Hito, he do.
Yes, sir. Screen set, pick and roll. That's good execution right there.
It really is very difficult to guard those 2 guys in the side pick and roll, high pick and roll, because it's almost a...
To try anything, zone, double teaming, anything, but they had a fantastic third quarter defense on that 3-ball.
Well, that's what you got to do is J.J. Redick got back on track, but well, that was a perfectly timed block.
Here's Jordan. Oh, my goodness. DeAndre Jordan with authority. Woo! Assist. He's got 27 points on only 18 shots. Here's Redick. Uh-oh, 4-point play upcoming. J.J. Redick fouled. The 3-pointer. Here's Jones. And he scoots through for the basket. 108-97.
By the same 16 points for Andre. Off the bench with 4 assists.
Oh, boy. Another 3-ball. J.J. Redick has 27 points.
Knocked away from Gortat, taken by Redick. Good job by Blake Griffin. Redick will stop, shoot the 3, bingo!
Boy, the Clippers have taken, what, 4 threes already?
Misses.
Good tip by Redick just to keep it away from Gortat, who had position.
JJ for 3 more. Bingo!
That's like a heat check, but it's been a heat check for about a month right now.
Well, the Clippers walk it into the front court. Griffin looking in, wants the lob to Jordan, but he makes the jump shot instead.
I watched him before the ball game.
In front court. Chris Paul around the Griffin screen. Late free throw line jumper.
You have to shoot that one. Beat the Hawks. Blake going baseline right here.
Pretty move by Blake Griffin.
Set it up beautifully. Leaning middle. A year ago, third pick in the draft, two summers back.
Clippers by 10. Ready, moving off the ball, fires and scores.
Great screen by Griffin. Great utilization for charge and give somewhat of a better effort here.
Ball back to Blake Griffin. Jump shot in the basket.
And if you're Blake, coming back from the elbow surgery, you have to keep shooting.
8 of the shot clock. DeAndre somehow recovered, got it, and scored it.
I mean, Chris just made a motion to DJ, said, never take your eyes off me.
61.
I'm not going to tell you how it ends up, Ralph, but it's going to be close.
Griffin for the foul line.
In rhythm. Oh, yes. Come on. He was the biggest guy back then.
No, he wasn't. He was forward.
Yeah, but he was the tallest guy.
Griffin will shoot it, get it.
Nice job.
Nice job with the two misses. And the Rivers complete the fivesome. All starters, save for Rivers, is out there in place of Barnes. Redding, catch. Side step to defender. Hit a two-pointer. Ball down the lane to Griffin. Get hit, foul, score. 20 for Blake Griffin. Off a heel, picked up by Jordan. Paul, ready for three. Bingo! Paul, down Loperty. Andre Jordan who scores.
What a pass by Chris Paul.
Well, three ball by the Wizards. 105-94. Griffin, free pass to goal.
Another great pass by Chris Paul. Late run for his MVP year.
If they get into the playoffs, he'll be getting some votes.
Totally agree.
Ready. Now, JJ doesn't like to talk about this hot streak. Doesn't want to jinx it. But he does say, away by Paul.
What a steal.
He's in the middle. The wrap around to Griffin. Lay it in.
What a play.
The crowd has something to cheer about. 15-7. Clippers still down by 8. Turns over the right shoulder, misses. Rebound, Paul. The outlet for the runner. Matt Barnes, lay it in. Look as good a runner as you're going to find. Paul back in the attacking zone.
Beautiful.
Griffin all by himself for an easy score. Good look by CP3. Clippers within 4.
Already 4 assists for Chris. Kind of hobbled through it, and I guess today they decided let's sit him down and get it right.
Wrestles it away from Pondexter. Griffin gets it off and makes it. Big time shot by Blake Griffin.
These two multi-skilled.
That one short. Barnes earns the rebound. Ready for three. Bingo! He'd forgotten about the fact that he was 2 for 8.
The great shooter.
CP3. Barnes will look at a 3-ball. Bingo! New leader.
The 3-ball can atone for so many mistakes.
3.5 to go, third period. Ready all the way to the basket. Exploded to the goal and scored. Clippers by 3 by Rivers. Withy throws it away. Picked up by Gordon. It's loose. Taken by Chris Paul with 4 seconds to go. Paul will go all the way to the hole. Gets the ball to Barnes. Drive and score. With a half a second remaining. You're going to ask me a question. I can just feel it coming.
I would never do that to you.
Griffin, big basket.
But Blake is one of them.
Griffin against the little man.
The 40.
Faked the pass beautifully and scored.
The 40-20 boys going at it.
21 points for Blake Griffin. 22 for Anthony Davis.
And there they come.
DeAndre Jordan fouled by Robinson, and he will head to the line.
The mid-range jumper 18 feet away that time.
Over the last 2, 15 of 24 from the field as Reddick fires and hits.
It's aiming that shot, not a good sign, like a confidence.
Here's Barnes again, hits a 3, shooting a career-high 38% from downtown. 2, and it's rebounded by Barnes. Nick shooting just 2 of 9.
The shots have been off bad.
The alley-oop from Paul to Jordan.
That's the master blaster.
Clippers lead by 9. Here is Redick from 3. As he was knocked down, J.J. Redick. Here's Paul backing in on Larkin. Barnes. Matt Barnes with 8 points here in the first quarter. Basket. The Knicks are shooting out 2 hours left. It's an 8-point Clipper lead. Here's Rivers. And now the officials have noticed the clock malfunction. Aldridge up with the left hand, and it's rejected by Jordan. And then Paul finds Jordan for the slam.
You have one to give here if they like.
There's a 7-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Here's Spencer Hawes.
Yeah, the Matador defense by Smith that time.
Chris Paul back in the game for the Clippers. Here's Redick. Steps inside the line around Lido and hits. J.J. Redick now 4 of 5. He has 9 points.
From the rookies from getting all the big bucks, right? You got that $50 million.
That's right. They changed the rules as far as the rookie compensation as Paul feeds Griffin on the alley-oop.
And that's a perfect 10 for Chris Paul. That's what Bill Bradley used to give the Knicks, perpetual motion on the offense. Excellent shooter and passer.
Redick hits a 3.
This guy, you can't leave uncontested.
3.
Paul always with his head up. There it is again.
Jordan not far behind.
Yeah, Jordan has a shot at that record.
There's Barnes, and that's another assist for Paul. His 14th. Griffin, it's good, and the foul. His 39th double-double of the season. Also has 4 block shots. Ball for Jordan. Assist number 16.
Point dispatching, and on Sunday they will be in Boston to take on the Celtics. This is Redick, who is enjoying a very good season. He is 4th on Glenn Rivers' team in scoring, averaging just under 16.
After during that way, they'll take it.
Jeremy Grant getting a start in Denver because Luke Mute had a sore left shoulder as Redick hits again. Is there the good shot blocker, and Jordan does his thing. Chris Paul, 16 assists in 28 minutes the other night.
Yeah, it wasn't even close as they trying to put the Knicks away early.
I was going to say he's trying to join Wilt as only the 2nd guy in NBA history. Boy, look at that. What do you need to hear from me for? Let's just watch these guys go to work. Nearly gave it up. Spots Redick for 3. And the first time in NBA history that's happened. Now Cannon has to deal with Chris Paul. And Blake Griffin hits the jump shot.
Not in front of him, at least.
Paul, wow. Man. And an angry slam at the end. I mean, that was just thrown down by DeAndre Jordan.
Trying to work on it. Bass kicks it back out. Good ball movement. Redick gets a clean look at a 3 and nails it.
Well, they get you going one way, and they find the open man the other way.
Paul to Griffin. Griffin to the basket, and a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, there's that rule at the end of the games, too. That little high-low, and man right in front of the rim.
Jordan comes out, sets a screen.
Well, that is a temptation.
Thomas is chasing Paul. Redick.
Boy.
Not many better than him in the league.
And get it down to 10 by halftime.
49-31 first bucket for Bass in the game. He's just 1 for 2. Barnes answers with a 3.
The Knicks, and they're laying a number on the Celtics. Oh, what a play.
Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! You can't stand up and be trying to muscle him Get down low.
Jordan, a good screen, and Redick hits another three.
From the left side. Oh.
LA's hit 4 threes. It's their first 2 in the quarter. Little handoff to Redick.
That's what it was about.
That's what it's about right there.
Ball movement.
Paul with it, swings to Griffin into the lane, dives to the glass and lays it in as he avoids Lee in midair. Runs down the rebound. DeAndre Jordan, #1 in the league in rebounding. He gets the fast break started, and Paul lobs to Griffin, who had sealed Bogut on his back for the lay-in. Early here in Los Angeles, Paul splits a pair of defenders, avoids Bogut, sets up Griffin. Here he comes! Left hand slam right down the chute.
Well, he gets a running start from that foul line there. You better get out of the way or be a man and step up and take it.
Is right. Finds Griffin up top. 6 to shoot. Pick and pop. Griffin fires and hits. There again, the mid-range game improving. You've got to honor that. Right now, they're laying off of it.
You see him tap.
Out it comes to Paul. Reset of the shot clock. Sean Livingston, the 11-year pro, is in to defend. Austin Rivers is in for the Clippers. Great pass by Paul. Rivers moving along the inline for the bucket.
And once he saw it and got it out of his hands, knowing that Paul was chasing him hard, he had just enough space between them.
Redick moves back. Hill hoist. A deep 2 on the right side. Warriors trying to walk down. Coming up at the sprint halftime report. Matt Weiner, Jack. 3D and Isaiah Thomas inside. Jordan, tough bucket right at the rim. Shooting 71% on the year. 10 to shoot. Griffin surveys, works on Curry, backs, turns, hooks, and scores. Goes to work, backing down to Iguodala. Outside Chris Paul. Double. Griffin's been hitting this one all night and buries that one.
Well, you said it. That's been his spot. They get him right there near the top of the circle, just to step inside that.
Clock at 5. That ball deflected by Batum. Shot clock at 3. Blake Griffin steps back for a 3, which is technically a travel, but he hits the 3 anyway.
Yeah, well, in the NBA.
That tip over Lopez. Chris Paul inside dropped it to Jordan. And Jordan flips it up and in.
And that's when we talked in the pregame show about Chris Paul. Yes, and their defense, they don't like to be Big Baby Davis and Jordan. They don't like to go out and wide open. It's tough to get the rhythm back.
Ito Turkoglu in there for the Clippers. Pick and roll. Davis came and goes straight up. Davis takes the blow and finishes.
Of course, Big Baby's talent they have. That's why they're going to be very dangerous in the playoffs.
They run a nice easy play for Blake Griffin to get him a wide open top of the key jumper, and he drops that down. Blake tries to get a whistle and can't. Here come the Clippers. 4 on 3. Matt Barnes. DeAndre Jordan, the big block shot, started it all. And now Paul, shot clock at 10. Matt Barnes to the middle, flips it up and in. If that would have popped out, DeAndre Jordan would have been right there to put it back in.
He sure turning.
Flalo 9 first half points as he continues to get more and more comfortable.
There's the play right there. They love to run. Chris Paul, I'll tell you, both teams now are going to their strengths on offense, and they're both scoring.
And here's Blake Griffin, who's found his rhythm here in the quarter. He's got 11. Aldridge has 18.
Offense is going good. Well, their offense is going good, but defense not so much.
Lakers have a foul to give. Redick then hits the 3 after Flalo got caught up in a pick. So, like it does for Portland.
You know what the Clippers need tonight?
What's that?
Isaiah Thomas.
There's just not enough Isaiah to go around.
But Blake answered right back.
He did.
Jordan Lopez tries to dunk it in and can't. And here come the Clips back with all the momentum. Now they lob to DeAndre Jordan. Goes reverse over the head. And the Clips have cut it to single digits.
To run the dribble handoff and let Chris Paul do his thing.
Paul Griffin, top of the key, hits again. So Blake Griffin, 15 points now. Post up Lillard.
It'll be off the pick and roll.
There's the pick again.
Oh, that's
Turkoglu. Shuffled the feet, hit the 3.
That was nice defense by Darrell Wright. He came over and stopped.
Full of big buckets here in the quarter. Here comes a double pick. Paul back to Griffin. Sets a great job of Now, Blake Griffin called that play out, and then he sends Glenn Davis to rub the other defender. Try to go pick and roll, they turn it over. Oh. Clippers back 3-on-2. Redick for the lead. Got it. Well, first lead of the night for the Clippers, and they are first to 100 in this game.
And he did there.
Griffin wide open. And while the Blazers have struggled for open looks and quality attempts.
In altitude, they know, and so they've come out defensively and offensively, just stroking it and attacking.
Redick knocks it in, so it's 8-0. Redick having a very good season, averaging just over 16 points per game.
And what Denver finds out, playing San Antonio tonight, Clippers tonight, 250 win teams, that you can't play and set half screens, go half speed. It's a shot, you're worried about shot blockers. This team, not even though Jordan in there, only 9th in block shots.
Blake Griffin and the Clippers are cooking. 5 for 5.
And show you a shot clock. They're open shots. I mean, even that one right there, you're 4 feet off of Redick, who, you know, is one of the better shooters in the league.
43.4%. And Wilson Chandler, who's got 52-39, 38 seconds. Redick.
See, but you just can't cheat, go over, get lost, and forget that it's J.J. Redick.
Ball over to Redick, and Redick lays it in.
Layups by guards from the three-point line just crush it. At 8, Marquise Morris of Arizona is #1. Phoenix is #1 as players.
It's hanging around here. They need a 5-minute burst where the offense and the defense is good, as Barnes, who's an improved jump shooter. You've got Davis, you've got Cousins, all are poised to make all NBA teams.
Smart and try to control certain things that you can control, then you're in for a long evening.
They obviously like to get Redick going early, and Matt Barnes hits the 3 from the outside.
To get there, you got to knock down free throws, especially when you're undermanned against a better team.
Redick, all-time leading scorer in Duke history. 6th attempt already in the quarter. He's made 2. Griffin open, rattles it home from the outside. Paul with 9 to shoot. Jamal Crawford is close, may play on Tuesday. And if they're going to do anything, and I mean anything in the playoffs, they're going to need Jamal Crawford healthy and productive, as Blake Griffin starts the game with 8 points.
DeAndre out of the paint, but he isn't making that shot, so DeAndre is starting to fall further and further away from him.
Matt Barnes, nothing but net.
For Jordan to see what it's like to get that kind of defense set at you on high screens.
Lob under to DeAndre Jordan, and he slams it down. Here in the first half, 4 minutes to go, they've got, or last game rather, they have 24 points, and they're shooting 31%. Redick. Griffin will leave it for Redick. Bounce right back to Griffin. Hooks it to the other side. Look at the passing. Hot potato-like. And Barnes hits it. On the assist from Paul. Got it starting, or getting it started, was Blake Griffin.
Just in his first 2 attempts from the free throw line, Tarek makes the next 2.
Lakers will have a foul to give if they want to here towards the end of the quarter, as Blake Griffin knocks down yet another. He's 5 out of 9. A dozen points on Wednesday. All right, here we go. Second half. Lakers down 49-36. Just another low-scoring half for the Lakers, and J.J. Redick knocks it down from the outside. Not a good defensive team.
Nice skip pass.
Yeah, points during the first half. Austin Rivers.
Nice skip pass.
He hits a 3. They're actually out-rebounding the Clippers. Lakers have been out-rebounded by the last 3 opponents. Oh, good pass by Paul. Left hand, no look to Jordan. He throws it down. Paul now having some fun, dancing in front of the Laker bench. Here he goes baseline. Out to Rivers. Set fire. Got it.
Chris Paul's show is in effect.
Clippers are going to start to bring in their substitutes again here in a moment. Lob underneath. And Jordan throws that one down with huge emphasis. Another alley-oop. 6 dunks for him. And at the other end, who wants it? It's going to be Chris Paul off the glass. Blake Griffin. And now it is Lob City.
Wouldn't be able to categorize as strictly point guards, strictly two guards. They're kind of combination guards. They're guards that know how to score and knows how to shoot it. Riddick with the mid-range jump shot.
Riddick, one of the better first-quarter players in the league in terms of scoring, not of bounds.
Kelly shot that one right into Griffin's hand.
The humiliation may have played a little role here because the Lakers are coming out very strong and spirited tonight. Barnes, 3. Look at all the other way, bumping into Clarkson. Clarkson took it as a personal challenge the way that Paul just schooled him on the Sunday. Paul back in, just gave it to Griffin. Chris Paul on top. Number 1 in assists, number 6 in steals. Top 20 score. Griffin brings it in. Blake hitting the shot. Run it play by Black. He began at Memphis, then transferred. Here's Paul. Blake Griffin free to fire.
So comfortable shooting, it doesn't hesitate.
The cross-hall rivals the Lakers.
Well, Doc told us, I'm just approaching it. Let's win every game all the way out, and then we'll worry about who winds up with us and against us. And see Riddick hit the jumper. They called glass. They went in.
Riddick, Jordan, Griffin, Paul, Barnes, the starting 5 out there for the Los Angeles Clippers, and Griffin quickly knocks one in. Clippers shooting 47%. Lakers 41%. Riddick on balance, got it to go. He got a 3, another one for J.J. Riddick. The 3, another rebound, the 17th for DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan, look at the
they got Barnes on the runway off the baseline with a beautiful pass on the play from Chris Paul. Mike with his 9th assist tonight. It'll show the defense right there by Black. It's out to Griffin. Black short, and he did not get back and rotate in time to cover the big man on top.
Gunnar Udra out front. Broke up by Paul. Ahead to Riddick. JJ behind the back. Lee gives chase. Riddick scores. He is all 7 for the Clippers who trail 8-7.
I have never seen him shoot a shot like that.
That's the first one they've missed. Barnes to the basket. What a runner he is.
I totally agree. He is going so fast on a play like that. Memphis, as Dave Yeager, their coach, pointed out, we don't blow teams away with our offense. We're not going to outscore people by a ton.
Griffin.
But when we're rolling, we can get enough efficient hoops that we can keep the game in the 90s, and that's right where they want it to be.
3. Working with it. Keeps that dribble alive so well. Goes to Blake Griffin. The little finger roll is very nice. And now the Clippers are on top 15-14. Green, a dangerous three-point shooter. Rebound. Around by Jordan, his 4th. Here's Barnes again, running to the goal, laying it in.
17 points is a ton.
The steal. Rebound, DeAndre Jordan, his 5th already. A lead to Griffin, slammed up.
What a pass. I mean, the catch and dunk wasn't bad either, but what a pass.
Paul gets the pick from Jordan. Ready to the basket. Nice move.
Yeah, great move. But it was a heck of a closeout by Calathes. You were right about his defensive prowess. Good shots. They were running out. I think Chris has got to look to be more aggressive right here.
Ready, catch, shoot, score.
You're right about Riddick getting the shot, Ralph.
Not 3 of the. We have the 3 best mid-range shooters in the game today. Crawford for 3. Bingo! Welcome back to Mom. Jordan, Barnes, and Griffin. Catch, shoot, score. 2-pointer by Riddick.
You've heard me say it many times. He is the rare right-handed shooter who loves to turn that direction.
Jordan nicely taken by Paul. The link to DeAndre Jordan paying a dividend. Barnes swoop to the goal and score with the left hand.
And CP telling his guys, get back. Come on, now here we go. He's on Crawford.
Paul. The lob. The jam!
It is definitely CP time.
Griffin back to CP3. Riddick, catch, shoot, 3-ball. Bingo!
That was an unbelievable catch and shoot by Riddick. You know they called something on their end right here.
Griffin open, fire, score. And now, and to start the 4th quarter as well. Jordan, dribble handoff to Chris Paul. Paul finds Griffin by himself for the easy one.
start here. Redick on the curl, his third shot. That one is the charm.
Isn't that amazing? He could miss 2 shots, come off that third screen like he had made the first 2.
Minutes into the basketball game. Paul. Barnes, left corner 3. Bingo! First from the right, second from the left.
Clippers made 13 of those bad boys against Denver last week.
Coming in, 18%.
See, I knew statistics meant nothing.
Tied at 19. Ready, catch, shoot, bingo. Is new.
I thought you said
Clippers getting more than they bargained for from this short-handed Denver ball club.
Expect a game in the 100 and teens. Honestly. Now, if your law could be tested by about 2 minutes to go in the third, on DeAndre Jordan. I mean, if you looked at Fareed and did not know his history and his great rebounding, tallies at Morehead State, you'd think he was a small forward by his size.
Griffin in good rhythm.
Ball, I think he can play like either guard spot.
3-point Denver lead. Paul back to Griffin. Rebound. Two-handed rebound, number 14 for DeAndre Jordan. Ahead to Paul. Clippers hunting for the lead. Redick will fire for 3. Bingo!
See how the Clippers are playing faster? Foul. 2-possession game.
Here comes the double team.
But certainly don't foul now, Denver.
We'll hand it off to DeAndre for the stop.
But they're letting the wrong guy roam around with the basketball freely.
Which they have a bunch of them. Here's Paul. Redick is open. That just is money in the bank.
I just love the way he works before.
Clippers waiting for the playoffs. The Suns waiting for vacation. 8-2. Clippers have the early lead. Lost in overtime. Griffin.
Boy, they look sharp. And if there was any question as to what the Clippers would do tonight, knowing that a loss would give them Portland in the first round. But he loves that mid-range shot along the baseline. That's his bread and butter.
That's a lob. And the jam. That's 6 for DeAndre Jordan.
Screen by Jordan. They go inside, and floating for 2 is Jordan on the feed from Paul. Players that are defensive player of the year candidates. Certainly Green and Kawhi Leonard are terrific. But we know this is a guy, and Doc has been tooting his horn for a long time about Griffin. That's a foul on San Antonio. 77 than he has in the previous 5 years. Paul outside. Barnes with a 3.
And I always feel that's found money with Matt Barnes because he's going to camp out.
Oh, Joseph is now on Paul. So Chris Paul has had 3 different defenders on him here in the first quarter. Wide open Griffin.
Like it. Just easy, solid 2-man basketball. Defensive there by the Clippers.
Mid-range shot. That's something that you'll watch, especially on the left side. He loves the left side. Joseph will defend Paul. Great pass! What a pass! Oh, and he trapped the sledgehammer! But the pass by Paul was perfect! And just jumping up into, they're all on pogo sticks inside as they crowd Baines on the shot. Crawford, 3. Jamal Crawford has found his stroke tonight after struggling 5 of 7.
But you'll see with Splitter, Boris Diaw comes in for him. At that 2-minute mark, he'll come back for Tim Duncan.
J.J. Redick, who struggled with his shot in game 1.
This is a much better start, really, for both teams offensively in this first quarter.
Over Leonard, it's Griffin.
Popovich. I think Ginobili was trying to do a little too much. Should have made the simple play.
Look at Paul find Jordan inside.
You know, how can that happen?
Paul. Griffin by Duncan. Blake Griffin.
Tim Duncan efficiency in this first half. 14 points on 7 of 8 shooting.
Paul to Griffin.
Talk about special.
As Red just said, assists tonight. A turnover by the Spurs, the accelerating Paul in the corner, Crawford. That is a three by Jamal Crawford. Claimed by Chris Paul. Into the backpedaling Mills, out to Redick to top.
Points and 11 rebounds in game 2, played 44 minutes. Jeffy just continues to show that there's still a lot of greatness in that basketball play. Paul, final seconds out to Griffin, steps back, fires, and hits at the buzzer. They'll review it, but he got it off in time. Third quarter for San Antonio, 11 of the 13 from Kawhi Leonard. Griffin. He thought he was fouled again. He's a little frustrated.
That's what I truly believe.
Greg Popovich will agree with you. Paul up to Jordan. And a beautiful connection there. But it's still a 25-point San Antonio lead. Paul looking for Griffin. And Griffin's line drive is good.
And changes in that way as well. But offensively, transitioning from playing two bigs and being low post oriented as Griffin knocks in another jumper to now being a much more up-tempo pick and roll team.
A big afternoon. Jordan the rebound. Paul trying to get another foul on Diaw. Barnes running the floor. And you just see a different energy here to start in game 4. A little desperation mode for LA. Tried to draw the foul on Parker. Redick. That's good. Tough shot from Redick, who took some contact as well. Good transition defense from San Antonio. Griffin goes at splitter, draws the foul, count it, and one. The trailer play, Blake Griffin with a chance.
No, I'm just saying to have the chant of MVP.
Griffin again.
Yeah, and they're not chanting MVP because of last year in the finals. They're chanting MVP for this moment. This way, as a coach, you don't need anything fancy. Put it in your best player's hands and let him do what he does best.
Paul kicks it out. Open three. Redick knocks it down. J.J. Redick from downtown. It's a 14-point lead, largest of the game.
On by Tony Parker, though he's only 0 for 3. At least he's looking for his shot.
Barnes been struggling with his shot, but he hits the three right there. There's been a drop off in his play. He has got a right shoulder injury.
Or Diaw for splitter. We talked about Bellinelli for Danny Green.
Open shot, Griffin. Blake Griffin from the floor has got 7 points, has started 3 of 3, and a quick 7-point lead for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard shot. The Spurs have missed a couple of their shots over the last 3.5 minutes. Here comes Griffin. He has started 3 of 3. Now facing Diaw inside, has the same result. Splitter
continuing to attack the basket.
And they go inside with Duncan, who's on the doorstep. The defense by Griffin. He comes the other way. Mills, shot clock down to 10. Off the foot. It's picked up by Paul on the turnover. Looking again for Jordan. Coming off the wing. Well-timed pass by Paul.
So early here in this first quarter.
Talked about the series being inconsistent. This season has been inconsistent for San Antonio. What a pass! They go into Davis, but the feed was terrific by Chris Paul. And it's in a loose ball inside, and it's ending up in the hands of Paul. To Barnes, who will slide in for the 2.
Clippers are just killing the Spurs in transition.
Coming off a performance of 26 on Sunday, has already put an 8 for San Antonio.
Yeah, we're being treated tonight by 2 power forwards as J.J. Redick knocked down his second field goal of the evening.
He gets it off to Paul. It's Crawford to Paul, who finds himself alone and shot by it, and then Griffin underneath all by himself.
Back-to-back turnovers. Smaller lineup, 3-guard lineup for the Clippers. That means Jamal Crawford is going to have to guard. Oh my goodness, what a nice move.
Well, again, a sensational 30-plus point performance the other night. Here comes Griffin putting up that 15-footer, which he seems to hit with regularity in Game 5.
That's Kawhi Leonard. The other way goes Barnes. He slides by Duncan, and Matt Barnes will put that in. Just 7 points in Game 5 and comes up with 2 right there the hard way. That fast break is important. There's a steal by Paul. A 3-on-1. Jordan. It's transition, which is the main concern for San Antonio coach.
Pretty much the same way Blake Griffin is going on the other end.
Paul to Redick. JJ again for that mid-range shot. Hits it once again. Redick is off to a terrific start.
That huge 18 points, his best game of the series.
Paul defended by Diaw, who just checks in. And Griffin puts it up and over Boris. But as a team, they missed a ton of free throws. That was one of the reasons why the Clippers lost. A falling down Ginobili and a falling down jump shot by Redick. It's a long 2.
The Spurs a lot of credit defensively.
Paul, Jordan. They got it.
Got to wrap him up. Anytime DeAndre Jordan would catch the ball down low, I would just wrap him up. I wouldn't worry about foul trouble.
Boards. He's not shooting all that well. Paul is 0 of 7. Here comes Crawford, scooping one home. Jamal Crawford, whose playoff numbers don't match what he does so successfully in the regular season. Griffin, 3 of 9. Knocks that one down. He's got 10 points. He's in double figures. The first Clipper lead since 28-26, which came, Reg, early in the second quarter. Paul to Griffin. And another 2. And just like that, the Clippers are up by 6. It goes out to Paul. He's picked up by Green. The shot clock at 9. A wide open Blake Griffin, who is scoring at will, and Griffin has now put in 16. He is tied for Redick's 16 for the Clips. Paul has played 32 minutes. He gets a couple of screens. He zigzags and feeds. Davis is right there. What a great assist by Chris Paul, his 12th, with 12 points. Yeah, here comes Paul, met by the defense of Kawhi Leonard. Griffin, first shot of the 4th, got it.
These are all warm-up shots. And the reason being is because all eyes are on Chris Paul.
Shot clock at 7. Diaw watching Paul. Leonard is on Griffin. Blake, 2 consecutive shots.
See what happens when you get a little bit of rest throughout this game.
Rebound inside by Crawford. Here comes Paul. Chased by Parker. Off to Griffin. Blake Griffin, who had been struggling in the 4th quarter in this series. Players, as they say, to stay in their lane.
Definitely. And you want to read the body language. Maybe you have to sub because a guy gets too hyped like a KG used to do, as you see. Blake Griffin knocked down that jumper.
The Parker of old.
Exactly.
Tony Parker has scored 6 early points. He hasn't done that this entire series. Another shot outside, another 3 by Barnes, a good screen by Jordan.
He would never thought he would have been able to ready to play this game. Clippers fans happy to see Big Baby back in the lineup.
Here he is right now at the 20-footer. He is an emotional leader of this team.
This game going down the wire.
Look at Paul in Game 6. He missed his first 7 shots. Then went 7 of 14 in the second half. Part of that Clipper winning San Antonio. They go inside Griffin. Clippers have led by 4. Spurs have led by 8. Paul to Davis. What a find, and then Davis answers it. Crawford and Redick out there sure make that perimeter look dangerous, don't they, for the Clippers?
They spaced that floor so well.
Griffin, big shot. But he begins to hit outside, lessens things inside.
And Griffin, offensive rebounding.
Paul comes back to get it. Leaves it for Griffin.
Now they're struggling with their points because they're shooting 29 and 30%. That's got to change. Nice.
Yeah. Gets off to a good start by making that one. Early 3-point lead for the Rockets. Here's Redick with a Jordan screen. JJ Redick led the league in points scored in the first 3 minutes.
Which opens my eyes, and also the fact he's not settling for jump shots. He's attacking the rim consistently.
Redick lost Terry. JJ Redick accelerates so hard and makes such a sharp turn, you can't stay with him sometimes.
I'll tell you, we're getting up and down pretty quick.
For the 3rd time.
Look at this. Look at this.
Paul to Griffin. Good. Well, there wasn't a lot of complaining about the number of fouls called for the Clippers, to be candid. Many of them intense.
Paul to Griffin. And miscommunication on the defense.
Both take a shade under 7 threes a game, and he shoots a very high, solid 38-39.
What a find. That's Paul to Griffin. They've hooked up at least a half dozen times on the assist and the basket.
Already there's a lot more physicality at the defensive end by the Houston Rockets.
Redick gets the second one to go. That is a 2. With his first 2 right there on the fly.
Jordan. If you're Kevin McHale, you're going to have to do something with this high screen and roll.
Some of the early numbers. 4 fouls on Capella in 1 minute and 48 seconds. It's a Hawes 3. Hawes came off the bench. He gave him a good 11 minutes. Side Terry, that's a 3 and a miss right there. Jordan the rebound. Here comes Paul ahead to Griffin. Got great position. And that pays off with a quick 2. Now they've got room to roam. Here comes Paul. Trailed into Griffin. Blake Griffin's got 10 points on 5 shots.
7.
No fouls to give. Griffin got it from Chris Paul. So Chris Paul has 6 assists, 6 points for Howard inside the paint. But meager numbers of 6 and 3 so far.
Yeah, look at the numbers. They've been good in this series, but they've gone away as J.J. Redick knocks down a long 2 in this series.
Martin is on Paul. Good screen by Jordan. That opens the door for Redick. And Paul pushing the tempo. Met by Harden at the other end. Under 7 to play in the third. Here he goes!
You're not going to get back in this ball game playing one-on-one versus the Clippers.
Paul!
Oh, no. This is unbelievable.
Hammer thrown by DeAndre Jordan. I'm always talk about mom. Crawford with a 3.
Chris does such a great job of collapsing your defense.
Got 7 boards and 16 points.
Yeah, but I like it. I mean, if you're Kevin McHale, I'd keep going to him to find a rhythm.
Griffin.
Leading scorer in the association.
Harden only missing his 5th free throw of the entire playoffs. Redick with a 3 bucket. J.J. Redick from outside has had a couple of real good games. He's got the defense of Terrence Jones on him. Screen up high by Jordan. They go to Hawkins, who finds it on the doorstep for the Clippers.
Here, especially because of the poor shooting of Corey Brewer and Josh Smith.
A great position by Griffin. He got inside Howard and puts it in.
A lot of mental focus for 40 minutes to win on the road. The team obviously has the home fan. Nice move and pass there by Chris Paul to Hawes.
He's got 9-0 run right now for the Rockets. And a layup inside.
36-22 advantage. Rivers and the Clippers.
Terry's got 4 assists. J.J. Redick. He had missed his first couple as he got the game underway. Redick with his first field goal since 7:24 left in the first quarter. Good defense again by DeAndre Jordan. That has been terrific. Here comes Griffin with a great feed from Paul. Slashing for 2. Timeout Houston. Gone. With an 11-3 response. Jordan inside. Had a wide open lane to fly. And Paul hit him in stride. Chris has got 9 assists and 17 points. Hit from the stripe there by Brewer. And Paul works around the screen. Goes into Griffin. Backpedals his way into Jones. Very adroit move right there by Griffin with another Paul foul as they were getting his.
Is a legit threat who's having a terrific series and a terrific playoff.
Beautiful find by Paul to Jordan. He had Josh Smith dancing with him at the top and got right around Josh for that easily entry pass. Clippers open 0-3 from the field. Griffin from the top keeps the roll going. Rockets rolling here. He's the only one putting it in. Quick hit, Barnes on the other end.
After a score, Mike? After a score, you give up a layup in about, what, 2.3 seconds, it seems like? I mean,
Barnes couldn't finish.
And now the Clippers are 4-on-2. Paul to Griffin.
Oh, wow.
And Howard had to bail and not pick up a third. Clippers for the lead with 1:15 left in the half. It is Redick for three. And the lead. Timeout.
Totally changed.
Timeout Houston.
D there from Blake Griffin on the switch.
Two fallible guys are on the floor. What a back cut that was. Great set play. Griffin with the dunk.
Now, who's going to play some defense in the second half? That's what it's going to come down to.
Redick on the drive. 3.5 for the Rockets to respond. 2-point Clipper lead. Got us here in L.A. for Game 6. The Rockets trying to get home for Sunday in a 7. Redick opens with the jumper for three.
Well, I like the set play there from Doc Rivers, knowing we got to get J.J. going.
To the basket, Jordan denies it. Clippers on the run. It is Barnes.
I can't believe Howard didn't get a foul call. I think Blake was trying to give him one. 5 of 16 for the ball game, Mike. Not a great look right there.
That's open. That's Griffin. And that's all the work he did with Bob Tate, the shooting coach for the Clippers, especially at the start of this third quarter. It's Glenn Davis. Out of the corner, the three. Knocked down by Crawford.
Well, they needed that, and Jamal Crawford needed that.
Rockets now have missed their last 5 from three-point range. They were 6 for 10. Griffin wide open. 12 points for Blake Griffin. Poor free throw shooter, but then you have the likes of Paul and Redick and Crawford, great free throw shooters. Blake Griffin throws the jumper, and it's a 5-point game. Terry deflected and stolen. 2-on-1. Paul to Redick, layup, banks it in. And a timeout called by Kevin McHale. Jones missed 49 games. Howard missed 41 games. Alley-up to Jordan, and that time makes sure he finishes. Three-pointer of the game, and the lead back up to 19. Quick pass inside, Paul to Jordan. Crawford misses. Paul gets the rebound. Paul continues to battle. Nice find to Jordan. Flips up a wild shot. Jordan the rebound. Paul, pass inside, quick bucket from Blake Griffin, and it's up to 13. Ahead to Redick. Redick throws it out to Paul. Paul back to Redick. J.J. Redick, the floater, up and in. And it makes it 103-92. Kevin McHale calls timeout. Both teams in the penalty. Clippers only have a timeout. There's another turnover. Paul and Griffin. Back to Griffin. Throws it down. 8-point game. One. Ball looking. Finds Crawford. Crawford off the dribble. Pulls back. Crawford hits the shot. 107-98.